Oh, wait, shoot. We got to share to our pages. You got to do the share to your page
I'm going
thing.
to do it.
And it's not even started yet.
I'm going to do it. It started now.
Okay, so it's starting. So what we have to do is share onto our page.
Which I will do now.
Share. Hit. 2 birds, 1 bird.
Sharon, share alike. If my last name was Share-alike, I would name my daughter Sharon.
Okay, so remember last night? I'm Stacy. This is my husband.
Hello.
What's your name?
Douglas.
Douglas.
Douglas, yes. I'm here for the job.
I don't think I've ever called you Douglas. He is here because he needs a job.
Wow, somebody called me Douglas.
Do you have a job? It's gonna pay like, close
gotta
to
pay
200
something
grand.
God,
Benefits,
I gotta afford
remote,
all this.
If you
afford
have
this.
some sort of an annual company trip, it can be anywhere. We just want to go somewhere and for the company to pay. We will even go to Newport in the dead of winter. Disneyland, Disney World in June.
Make your own fun.
I don't really want to go to California, but...
Oh, I totally want to go to California. There's some places I want to go.
Is it so COVID crazy down there? You have to wear masks and shit?
No, I mean, when you go there, they don't tax you like, whatever's in your wallet.
Because you don't live there.
Yeah.
As long as you don't live there. It's just a terrible place to live. I actually have a few friends who live in California who are here most of the time.
Excellent. I want to go visit Sam Cooke's house where he lived and maybe his gravesite. If
I don't know that they do work trips to Sam Cooke's grave. Here,
no, like they're going to have a thing, and then I'm going to have like some free time.
Can I say this? If you work for a record company or someone that works for a record company, you need my husband for 2 reasons. He has been a performing musician for longer than I've been alive.
Where's my quotes?
Is it longer than I've been alive?
Musician.
No, since I was 5 years. No.
Since you were 3.
Since I was 3 years old, my husband has been a performing musician.
I started young.
That was in 1976.
1979.
3 years later. Okay. He's a brilliant artist. Terrible writer, but he's a beautiful artist, and he can use Chat GPT or text with me. But he's a brilliant artist. He's great at coming up with strategies that no one else is coming up with, and he works like a crazy person. But specific to the music industry, he knows that, and he's a music collector. So, and also, he's almost ready to release his record. And there's one thing we disagree about, but I think it's really amazing, and I'm really proud of you. Anyway,
she thinks you can't hear the words. I think the vocals are too high in the mix.
You can't hear the words. If I can't hear the words, that means other people can't hear the words, and that means that they can't sing along, and people like music that they can sing along to.
Interesting.
Shout out if you like to sing along to music.
Shout out.
Yes. Like, think of a song that even people will sing songs that they don't even know the words to. Like,
That's
how
right.
many songs in Spanish have we sang? Or what was that? Rompe, rompe, rompe. That song?
I don't know what that
Yankee
is.
Daddy or Daddy Yankee. We all sang that, and the Macarena and Los Lobos sang something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know the words to that song. But,
I think that there's some Shakira songs with like foreign words in them.
That
song. One of our favorite songs is the Korean chicken dance song.
Oh, right. That.
Bok, bok, bok.
No idea what they're saying. One
It's
time
hilarious. I'll post it.
Back when people used GPS, like the old single thing, somebody switched ours to Korean, and Chowizen. We don't know what it means.
Chowizen means right, and Uizen means left.
So Uizen.
Or maybe the other way around.
Whatever.
I'm not sure.
There's some sort of Eason.
I don't know which way.
Tony Eason.
Okay.
So anyway, we digress.
We're super happy.
My record's
that you guys
gonna come
are
out.
here.
I like it. I'm happy with it. I like the songs. Yeah.
And if you want a preview, go to douglasgear.com and go to bio, and then there's a little record cover. Just click on the cover. Just click right there, and it'll play a clip of Perfectville, which I think is amazing. It's like one of those songs that when it catches on, it's gonna sound like it's so popular so fast, and it will get annoying. I will hate it. I will want to drive nails in his ears. It'll be like the house that allows us to make our dreams come true, make the world a better place and whatnot, but I'll still fucking hate it.
It's actually about people portraying themselves fake on social media. And it's not Perfectville, but they're portraying it to be Perfectville.
And,
so there you go.
That's kind of why we ended up here, right? Like, we try to present a real picture of what our lives are like.
Yeah, we're not even in the same room. This is a green screen. She's in one room, I'm in the other.
This is where we live.
We cannot be.
And it's a hot fucking mess, by the way.
It is a hot
mess. The table we put in the middle so we give you guys the best view. But I decided we were going to do the podcast on a whim, so Doug threw up only one strand of lights. They're just kind of tossed up there as opposed to like
no, they're
properly
expertly
built, like
installed.
the way they were before the hurricane. The lounges are here, like on top of us. We lost our sofa, our outdoor sofa in the hurricane. There's a bin of electronics out here because we used to have a TV set up out
Oh,
here,
we
but I
used
think
to
it
be
got
all
waterlogged.
set up. It was
Our
all good.
strawberries are half dead. One of them's taken over the whole yard. There's a big blank spot over there. And then there's 5 flamingos that come out at us any minute. Plus, Doug's balls are always in the way. See his balls.
It's like litter. So yes, we have some tidying up out
Alligator
here.
problem.
And it rained here all day. It was really super breezy. It rained a lot, but we did see the sunset over our shoulder here. So the sun came out for a sum total of about 3.5 minutes.
My mouth is sore again. Did
Would
you give me herpes?
I didn't give you herpes, Douglas.
Before.
No.
Oh, that's a funny story.
What?
Did we talk about
We
that
talked
last
about that last night. So it's continuity.
Anyway, we want to thank our supporters who are here.
Thank you all.
We love you. We'll talk to you at the end if you're still here, but we always
But
try
keep
to
'em
respond
coming,
to the
'cause
comments.
it entertains
I
us
think I'm a
throughout
little
the show.
behind right now. I just haven't been feeling so well, and I'm trying to pace myself.
Wait, you're sick?
Yes, I have
Oh.
a disease that I got from bugs. I have Lyme disease and a bunch of other shit. Narcolepsy, fibro,
Syphilis,
PTSD,
gout,
don't have gout.
the gout.
Crohn's,
Swimmer's ear.
narcolepsy. Did I say narcolepsy?
You
I'm
did.
starting to have Alzheimer's. Apparently,
Swimmer's ear.
It's only on the way. Yeah,
Stubbed
I agree
toe.
with you about the ticks. They are very, very stupid. So we don't really have a
Inguinal
plan
hernia.
tonight, but I did talk about a few things, and one of them was, we were just talking about how you're looking for a job, and Doug's not only the breadwinner for 2 families because he supports his kids, but also he's a caretaker for me, which is,
fun.
as you can imagine, a tremendous amount of work. I literally sit in a chair and whine like a toddler. Let's have a reenactment. I'm always dropping things.
Then I come
dropped
in.
my gator.
And she loses things.
No, I don't need it now. I'm fine.
Yeah, she tries to try. Yeah, but I know. I have to come and find the iPod or the phone that. And usually,
One of the
she's like,
things-
I lost something, and I'm like, did you check your butt? Because sometimes it's in her
my
butt
butt or my
Yeah.
titties.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put things under or in the middle or I don't know.
Under.
Half the time I have to change before the podcast, right before the podcast, because I have shirt on my outfit. But then I wear the
Shirt on your outfit?
shit,
Shit.
food,
Food.
like or whatever, because
Food
I'm
stuff.
clumsy as shit and I have big boobs. And so half
Like
the
a
time I like
shelf.
drop something on myself, and then I have to change right before the podcast because I realize, oh, I've been walking around with a stain all day. So then I have to put on a new outfit for you guys, but then I have to wear that outfit because I just put it on. I only wore it for like a half hour because I sleep naked. I just take that off and 5 minutes later. And then I have a whole outfit problem and I have no clothes. I can't find any clothes that fit me. I can't find any clothes that fit me. I can't find, what's the other one?
Underpants?
I don't like underpants. I don't like bras. They hurt. And my lymph nodes are like the size of normal people's tits as it is. I can't even begin to think about what it would be with a bra. I don't even want to tell you guys about the cysts that are on my tits like this. It's a whole thing. And I refuse to go back.
I hope none of you are eating dinner right now because that would spoil.
Sorry for spoiling
We'll
your
spoil
dinner.
those
But
pearl
I will say this.
onions.
I'd had lumps forever. My tits are full of tapioca, and I had gone for more than one mammogram and ultrasound. And I finally, they were like, okay, we need to do a biopsy and we need to do an aspiration. And I did them, despite some of the things I'd read on natural health sites, which I just kind of grazed over. And my doctor, who is a very Western doctor, old Western doctor.
He had a big 10-gallon hat. He was all
He's-
kinds of Western.
Well, he's Dr. Riley is something.
Like Haas Cartwright.
Dr. Riley is something.
He was. He
Did
is.
he die?
No, I don't know.
He was 93.
He was not your
the last time I went to the
anymore.
doctor's office, 93 and still practicing. Very well respected gynecologist at New England OBGYN. He's actually the founder. You should go on the website. He has the best accent ever. And my husband does an amazing impression of him, which he's saying he won't do. And I think he should do it. I think I need some sort of petition
Or something.
or something.
I could just say his name. Dr. Riley.
And what did Dr. Riley tell you?
Would he tell me?
Okay. So I have been hemorrhaging. Sorry, people. And this is before the tit story. I had been hemorrhaging, and so
Hemorrhaging.
that's large amounts of blood coming out of my body and miserable all the time. So I went to see him and I was like, hey, I had actually seen another doctor. I seen Dr. Donna Lewis, who I do not recommend. I went for a pap smear, and she had me go for an ultrasound, and I chased the office for a full month and couldn't get anyone to get back to me. So finally, I had the records forwarded through the system or whatever, like, because I'd gotten the scan done at a clinic that wasn't her office, so I had Dr. Riley's office requested from them, and so they sent it to him, and sure enough, I had like a shitload of fibroids, and I have polycystic ovarian ovarian syndrome, and so they what do they do? So I go in to consult with him, and I'm like, he's like, well, we can do it vaginally, we can do it laparoscopically, but really it has to be your decision. And he says, if you were a nun and you're just going to lay in bed and be miserable all day, I tell you, just leave it as it is. If you were like a high-powered career woman, which I used to be, but this was long after I got sick.
Now you're low-powered.
And you were fainting on the stage in front of your board of directors, I tell you to do it. And he says, but you're kind of in the middle.
Kind of in the middle of all that.
He does it so much better than me. And so he goes, so what do you want to do? And he's like, it has to be your decision. And I tell him,
I'll give you 10 seconds, I tell you.
Get this thing the fuck out of me.
And he starts a timer.
So the funniest thing, okay, so there's two things that are funny about this. We go into the office, and he tells you his whole life, his wife, his 3 daughters, and blah, blah, blah. And he's got this
It came over on the Mayflower, I tell you.
This cute little girl in a burqa. And he's like, oh, see, this is, was it Ruby?
Ruby.
This is Rubish is my scribe. And am I doing the accent right?
Yeah,
I'm
fair
trying.
enough. Yeah,
Please know we mean this with
and
all love.
any of you Irish people out there that don't sound like that, we're just doing the voice,
and I
all right?
have Irish friends. Is that like,
we love
how
Irish
people say I have black friends? I have Irish friends.
There's some people that don't like
I
Irish
love the Irish,
people.
and I'm part Irish, so
not
I
us.
think I can do this. I think you're part Irish.
I'm not part Irish at all. Not that that's a bad thing.
Do you want me to stick a little Irish in you? Can we start with a pinky? You give me okay?
We started out, we were talking...
Wait, hang on. If I'm a quarter Irish. Wait, no. My grandmother's half Irish, and so that would make me
Quarter Irish.
less than that.
Less than quarter. You have
Yeah, no,
4
a quarter. I'm a
grandparents.
quarter Irish. Okay, so I'm a quarter
Oh,
Irish.
wait.
So
wait.
Have, like,
no. Your mom, she was half Irish? Your
My
mom...
grandmother.
Your grandmother. So your mom would be a quarter. You'd be an eighth.
I'm an eighth Irish. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very small amount. So for you to have the full concentration of Irishness,
Yeah.
I think we got to go.
I don't
What do you
want-
think?
I don't think that would be comfortable.
Send coconut oil next
I don't
week
think that'd be comfortable.
on Marital Hate. Would that be Marital Hate or Marital Light?
That'd be marital invasion of the body snatcher, is what that is right there.
A little puppet. I know there's a lot of women out there that would like to reach up their husband's ass,
Really?
and make them talk. There's a lot of women out there that
Talk.
do that. I'm not going to name any names. You know who you are. And maybe
She doesn't know who they are.
I don't think husbands do it as much as they used to.
What?
Like, I don't think since the feminist woman movement, I don't think women, like, I feel like women, even when they do agree with their husband, feel like they can't agree with their husband because they have to have their independent woman stance, as opposed to just being themselves regardless of what the politics of the day say.
It's funny.
Which is what I do. I'm just me. No matter what anybody else says, I'm me.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some people just... actually, I remember... Well, who'd you vote
We
for?
judge you.
Well, I voted for such and such. And I said, I was like, why? I was, well, my husband wanted me to vote. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So,
Well,
but whatever.
I mean, I guess it depends on how good that dick is.
Hey, I don't know. I've never had any, so
I'm just
would
saying
know.
that.
I don't know. Would know good from
I'm
bad.
just saying that I voted for a candidate you hate.
Yeah, you did. Still trying to figure that out.
You realize that I'm saying that maybe you're not bringing the dick.
Oh, I didn't catch that because
You've never given me an orgasm.
because I really don't care. I'm 57 years old.
This is not true.
Although, yeah.
I did a podcast a couple nights ago. I even have a TikTok about it. Motherfucker put on a master class. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry
I did not do the
to our
Irish
neighbors
accent
who must have heard
while I
that
did it.
nonsense. So back to Dr. Riley.
Dr. Riley.
While we're talking about our sex life, let's talk
So
about
Ruby is
gynecologist.
sitting there and she's taking down all the notes.
And he says, "You see, I'm an older gentleman. We do things a lot differently than we do today. So now they have these the computers and everything has to be computerized. So this is Rubish is my scribe. She follows me around and types everything I say. And he goes, you know, because I'm kind of a one-finger guy.
One finger Willie, she says.
No, he said one-finger guy.
I thought he said one-fingered Willie.
One-finger guy. And I go...
In his
well,
typing skills, one
and
finger.
I go, yeah, I think they got it.
I'm
and I
just
go,
clarifying.
I go, well, that's a good quality to have in a gynecologist. He goes, oh, I never thought of it that way. I have been horrifying doctors probably since
Apparently.
1976.
Yeah.
The doctor who delivered me was Dr. Rapist. Rapist. The doctor that delivered me. My mother
not
was
how you pronounce that
barely
word.
16 years old, and that is when I was born.
Dr. Rapist. Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think you should be allowed to.
I really wish she'd gone to a therapist instead of a rapist.
Wow.
But whatever.
Wow.
She did. She tried. I had a very difficult childhood. I wish nothing but good things for my mom. She just couldn't. Okay. Thank you, Grandma.
Anyways, all right. So he's one finger Willie.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, and then he says, "Well, back when you know, us guys were growing up, meaning
me,
I
they're
was
the
the
same
same age as this tortoise of a man." And
And he explains everything to us twice. Once
Yeah.
in 1960s terms,
Yeah.
and once today. And he told us about how he graduated in Ireland and did his residency at Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins.
Okay, keep going.
So, anyways, so he likens the fact that we were of the same age, and he goes, "Yeah, back then, and this is not politically correct." He goes, "Back then, typing was for sissies," and I don't think you can even say the word sissy anymore. I don't know, but he did right there in the office. Ruby's typing it down.
I mean, honestly, like I was half like expecting him to like say something like offensive about Ruby, like with the hijab. Like, I was half
Yeah.
expecting that.
Yeah,
and
but no,
but it wouldn't even be like. It's so funny. Sometimes old people like. I'm sure we are even guilty of this.
Yes.
Sometimes old people are like racist and they don't even realize it. I mean, I just did my Irish gynecologist accent, so obviously we're idiots. But
It wasn't
like,
in a derogatory manner.
It wasn't
like,
no, it
you know,
wouldn't be. But it's funny too because I have a friend who, over the years, she grew up in a rough area and she's older and she uses words that I would not use. And some of those words are very creative, and I always find it to be very amusing because I'm learning new words.
Yes.
And I tell her, what does that mean? And she explains it to me, and I'm like, you cannot say that. Do not
Can't
ever
say
say
that.
that again.
No,
And
you
the
can't
problem
say it.
is under my breath, I'm kind of laughing because it's so crazy. It's
Well,
like when your kid
it's-
does something that's really,
yeah.
really wrong,
It's-
and you
yeah.
know it's wrong,
You
and
can't
you
laugh
don't want
at
them
it.
to do it, but you're laughing because it's so.
Yeah.
That's what happened to
Well,
me.
it's
today.
shocking too because
She
like
did
you're not
like her
supposed to say it.
doctor. She called.
and-
she said bad things.
And in the way in the way she
sorry.
uses it so cavalierly,
laughed.
like it's saying whatever.
Yeah, but she was doing better.
Yeah,
She was doing better.
She's
Like,
great. I don't think she has she has anger in her heart, but she
Oh,
does
she has
not
a lot
have
of
hate.
anger, and that
She
when
does
you
not have hate.
When you have anger, the only person you hurt is yourself. And I
Yeah.
have tried to explain this to her 50 million fucking times, and guess what? She's not listening. And for added fun, the other day she told me that the podcast was stupid. We just sit here and talk, and she knows nothing about me. Or no, you talk about nothing, and it's too long. Some people think it's too long. I don't know. It might be too long. It might be too short. It might be just right. I keep meaning to make small clips. If anybody would like to make small clips, let me know because I suck. Let's see what else.
Oh, and that same friend may have given me COVID last.
Oh yeah, she
last
called
month.
today to say I think I
like,
gave Doug
yeah,
COVID.
I
We're
think
like,
yeah.
we figured.
And I'm like, yeah,
but
well,
I was with her all day, and I didn't.
yeah,
get
no,
it,
so it might not. Yeah, I don't know. But she had just gotten off a cruise ship, so it's all right.
We went to the Hard Rock for lunch.
You got to do what you got to do.
And I put $20 in a machine, and we didn't know what we were doing, and I won $70.
It was the two.
Sorry, I took out $20 from the
Yeah.
ATM. I accidentally bit $4, and I won $70.
It was the 2-cent slots. You have to vote. Like,
And you push a button, and it
play
just
a
keeps
certain amount of
doing it
credits.
over and over again. It does it 50 times.
I thought it was a screensaver.
And
We
he
actually
kept
talked
making
about
me
this on
leave,
an
and I'm
earlier
like,
podcast.
No, I won, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there going, I won, and I like get excited if I win a penny. Like I don't give a shit if I won. And Jen, I seriously, maybe I do have a gambling problem. I'm just kidding. I haven't been to a casino in how many years?
You were doing that.
Like
you were betting on the
5?
Final Four. I see you over there.
I don't even know
she
what the
doesn't even
Final
know what
Four. I know UConn wasn't it.
They actually won it, I think.
Did they?
I
My
think,
friend
yeah.
James from college was there. He's such a sweet kid. He's doing the van life thing. Good for him. And I need to find out if he does taxes because we need an accountant.
Yeah.
My last accountant flipped out on me. She was crazy. That's a story for another
Hey,
day.
no
Anyway,
income, no taxes.
Yeah, well, we need to file an extension for our asses.
So we can find somebody. We're gonna have one of our listeners do our tax. One lucky listener, if you can
Can
guess
do our taxes.
what I
And you can pay our tax bill. No, you know what? I feel like
No, I
that's
don't
too
want
good of a
somebody
prize to
paying
give
our
to one
tax bill.
person. I want to break that up among a few people. You know, we can give you all a little bit to pay.
wait. I think that's called socialism. No, we don't want that.
So yeah, we're gonna win the lottery tonight. So I have to finish my Dr.
I just took a shot
Riley
at you
shot.
about the socialism. So
What
we
about
don't
you?
want socialism.
I do not want.
I don't want
socialism.
socialism. I don't know. I
No,
there's got to be some
here's-
happy medium.
Okay,
I want everybody to have what they want. Okay,
I'm
go
getting
ahead,
to what I
Dr.
want, but I
Riley.
have to finish the Dr. Riley story. We're never getting out of here. Okay, so he tells me, he goes, okay, when I tell him I wanted, so he talked about Ruby the scribe, blah blah blah, and this poor girl. I can't even imagine what her life is like. You're following an old man around a building. He explains everything.
He's typing it in.
He explains everything twice, and he's shoving his hands up vaginas. P.S. I don't know what it is that he's doing, but that waiting room is always full of pregnant lesbian couples. I'm not kidding. Every time I've gone there,
Are they
there's been
both
like
pregnant
4
or
of
just
them.
one of them? Usually,
I've seen one and both.
no kidding.
Yeah.
That's called.
But, like, you go
that's got to
there
be
and you're
called
like-
something, folks. If
But,
you can type in the comments what 2 pregnant lesbians in a couple at the same time, that's got to be rough. I
I'm
mean, that's
telling
got
you,
to
I
be
think
like
that they must. It's
cravings.
New England. It's New England OBGYN.
Yeah.
It's in Brookline.
Yeah.
It's in Brookline. That's the
It
big
is.
money area. If you're not familiar, it might be Chestnut Hill, but it's right there. It's either Chestnut Hill.
But this
Brookline.
guy's
It's
got
where
the
that-
magic finger,
It's the
apparently,
new shopping
in-
plaza
for-
with
for-
Chestnut Hill, with the mall burned down. Actually, my
Yeah,
friend's
where Wegmans is. over
car
there,
rental place was in
behind that.
there, and it burned down.
Who did?
A friend of mine had a car rental business in
Well,
that area, and the whole thing burned
it
down.
done burnt.
There were questions about the methodology of the fire starting. I don't know if they ever
The
finished
methodology.
it. He used a racial slur that I cannot use because I'm not part of that ethnic group, but his last name was Epstein. So anyway,
Okay.
if you can figure
the
out
Jews.
riddles, you can.
I love the Jews.
I love the Jews. Actually, Jewish men make the best husbands, so they say.
Why is that? Are you gonna?
Well, they have.
Because they cook kosher.
They've been using to please a woman, their
Right.
mother,
Oh.
and I guess something, I don't know if it's in the Torah or where it is, because again, not Jewish. And I kind of hope my rabbi friend will chime in one night and give us like all the Judaism, so we
I
like
think-
all us weirdos don't like unchosen ones can know about it. But
I think you just accused Jewish men of having relations with their mothers. I could be wrong. We have to
not.
rewind the tape.
I did not.
You said something about their mothers.
I did not, but
Pleasing
I do,
their mothers,
I
that's
do,
what you
I
said.
do believe that there are some mothers who would have dildos made of their sons, replicas of their sons' penises and have sex with it.
That's my wife.
I have named names.
Names.
I'm just saying sometimes, we need to have a healthy separation from our children so that they can have healthy and lives down the road. But that's not the point. Anyway, his office, lots of lesbians. I don't know why. It's a big waiting room, but like I'm telling you, there was like me, a little old lady who has clearly been Dr. Riley's patient since she was 50. And then there was like a fuckload of lesbians. And then there was like a woman like just there by herself, and one like straight couple
Just
with
the
like
one.
a boy and a girl.
But
I
they were
think.
woke because they went to the lesbian doctor.
Oh, I got a lesbian doctor. I don't know, but I just what is he doing? Like, do they have like a
don't
secret
know.
code? They meet at the Subaru Club. I'm sorry. Actually, I found out.
What? Jeeps are a
big,
lesbian thing.
which is
yeah.
good. I'm gonna get my I eat pussy sticker on the back.
I already have a few stickers on there.
I do. I have one that says I hate pulling out. My friend gave me that. He gave him a hat that said titties, and he gave us a koozie that says "Show me your butthole." We keep it in our bathroom. We use it every day. Anyway, so back to Dr. Riley.
So
We go. So he's like,
He gave you his professional
He goes,
opinion.
I can do it vaginally, or we can do it laparoscopically. And he says, well, you see, you've had a C-section. You've had 3 C-sections, so you have a nice tight vagina. So it's better that we do it laparoscopically.
professional opinion. This guy's seen.
We did the math.
Oh, my God.
It was like 30,000, or was it like 30?
It was
It
thousands,
was
yeah.
thousands. I mean, he's. How many years did we realize that it was 1958? He graduated medical school.
Yeah, in the 50s at some point.
1958,
Yeah.
he finished his residency. So 1958 to now, how many gynecologists do you think
Boom,
he's
boom.
seen?
He's seen a lot of-
Massive
yeah.
office. New England OBGYN has been in business forever. Anyway, he's seen a lot. I have a nice tight one. I came home, put it on Facebook because I want everybody to know.
It's certified.
On my
It's
headstone,
like trail
we're gonna
rated.
write, she had a nice tight vagina.
Yeah.
Anyway, we decided to do it that way. But before I go, I'm going to have an internal exam. And Doug comes in the room with me. I don't know why. We just
You
kinda
brought me in there.
followed me. I didn't think
As
to
a fr-
say,
as a-
you can leave now.
I was afraid of the lesbians out on the thing.
So anyway, I'm in the chair of the thing, and Dr. Riley's like, Doug, would you like to come take a look? He's like, Doug, would you like to come take a look? And then Doug's like,
I'm
good, thank you.
Good.
You've seen it before?
I know it from
But
memory.
do you want like a little speculum so you can get a closer?
No, because then maybe it's like,
like
I
aliens.
won't want to go in there because there might be something in, might be teeth in there. I don't know. I don't know what the
I
hell's
wish I
going
had
on in
teeth
there.
in my vagina. That would be, if you could have like retractable gums, like like when you do the you have like this. You go. I wish you could do that with like you had teeth in your vagina, so you could bite one off if you wanted. And you go, like never mind this trans changing sexes, like.
You want to
doesn't
bite
really serve a
somebody's
point.
thing off.
You can
with your
dress however
vagina.
you want. You can pretend to be a boy, pretend to be a girl. You don't have to subject your body to torture to do that. However, if putting teeth in your vagina could like stop rapes from happening,
Oh yeah, I'd install that in my daughter.
I say teeth
You
in all
kidding?
vaginas. Okay, you can transition if you want to. It's a free country.
Do what you wanna
but
do, what you gotta
just
do.
get the teeth. You definitely want.
Oh,
the
you get
teeth
the
down
yeah,
there.
because
I
you
get
never
the
know
teeth.
what's going to happen.
Do you think that there's like a country I can go to and have teeth put in there?
Oh yeah, Brazil. Brazil's big on
Then
that.
I have big flaps, so I could just fold them over the sides. Ladies, you know how like some girls have like those little pretty little pink vaginas? It's like, oh, it's like a little flower. And some of us have like day old deli meat. I got the day old deli meat.
no, somebody
it's
said-
big old day old deli meat because of what you did to it. And I'm just gonna what you did last week.
I don't
You
know
made
what
it
I did.
worse.
I-
In any
all
case,
I
you
know
could
is that's
fold
a
it over
hastily
the
packed
teeth.
suitcase,
Fold it over the
as they
teeth.
say, or a bagel with locks,
Or you could bite it.
or whatever.
I'm having the teeth put in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to an orthodontist.
That would be trust in your partner right there. If you knew there was teeth down there.
You know that there's teeth here, and you don't resist any inkling to
oh.
put it there. In fact, he told me a very inappropriate comment today about why he had to marry me. I'll give you a hint. There's teeth. Okay.
There's things.
Yet,
there's
what is
things
wrong with these people? Nom, nom, nom.
That's
We try not to interact with our friends till the end of the show.
but that's good stuff.
Here
That's
we
good.
are.
It's good.
So
good
anyway,
input.
Dr. Riley asked Doug if he wants to take a look. Then I had a polyp, and he just he takes his salad tongue thing, and he twists it, and pulls it out, and he goes, yeah, see, you have a little polyp here. Look, Doug.
I have not eaten shish kebab since.
It was tongs.
Whatever.
Okay, so
It was on the end of some
we
metal
go
thing.
home, and in the car on the way home, he can't stop doing the impression.
Ah!
It goes on for hours. And every time we start talking about it now, if he starts doing it, he can't stop.
So, fast forward a little bit. She ends up getting a hysterectomy, right? And so I'm waiting. I'm waiting in the thing, and I'm up in the lunchroom. I see a little person.
We're excited when we
you
see-
don't
We're
don't
excited
see
when
him,
we see
and
anything
you're like
different.
psyched that this
We're
person's
excited when
living a
we see him.
normal life, whatever. So he ends up being
We hate boring people.
the guy at the desk in
Normal
the waiting area for the surgical stuff. So they page me. I go up, and the guy goes, "Oh, I'll take you down there." So I had to go down with the little person down to where recovery was, and super nice guy, super like crazy nice guy. So then, but Dr. Riley came over and talked to me for like a half an hour. Yeah, this is what I
So
did. I did
nice.
this and I did that. And apparently, when we went back to recovery, there were about 10 people that were involved in this laparoscopic surgery, and they were all like, "He's the best. He's this. He's that, and everything else." So it was like,
they fucked me up on the when they intubated me. They fucked me up.
okay, so quit your whining.
Goddamn students.
All I know is Dr. Riley, A plus.
absolutely.
Little person at the desk,
A+.
A plus plus.
And the people that worked there were all great. However,
Was
I
that
will say
Brigham and
this.
Women's? I think it
Brave Women's, yes.
Yeah,
I will say this.
was Brig.
I think so. Anyway, I will say this. I still have an ovary. I don't know that I would have made the same lifestyle choices that I did because it meant that I had to have a hysterectomy and get thrown into early menopause, and it has been fucking hell. And my friend Andrea tells me it takes 10 years, and it's been 10, so what the fuck?
Yeah, Andrea. What do you know?
And let me tell you something. My friend, who's like, I don't know, 70 plus, 29 really, she's 29. She was like a model, like an actual model on like patterns for like clothing. She's amazing. I love her. She's such a badass.
She actually was the little Debbie, I think.
She looks just like
when she
her.
was younger,
So
she
cute.
looked like the little Debbie.
So cute. And her daughters are also beautiful. Her granddaughters, they're gorgeous.
Her husband, also beautiful.
You have such a man crush on him.
This Commander Hunt. He's a good man.
He is very handsome.
He's got that mustache.
Can you get your
too.
mustache back? I
No,
like
I'm
when
not.
you had a
I'm-
mustache.
You know, we were watching a movie recently from the '80s, and I don't understand just the mustache. I don't understand like what they were going for with that look.
I don't know either.
It's just
All right,
bizarre.
Let me get back to my story.
Go.
Okay, so was I talking about Dr. Riley? Mustache. Oh, Jim.
No,
She's
yeah.
telling me about how she's had on my Facebook wall, like where the public can see, about how she's had sex on a washer machine, and then in her next post, she's gonna. And I said, Mrs. last name. And,
I already said what their last name was.
Okay,
so
well,
they can't
anyway.
hide from this podcast.
So, Jesus, we're in trouble.
We'll
I'm
bleep
grounded,
it
it's
out
up to
in
you.
post.
And she says, you got to strike while the iron's hot. They had 4 kids.
There was
and
a hot
he was
iron in
deployed
that
all the
house.
time. Like, she struck while the iron was on, all right. Anyway, menopause sucks. The Hunts are awesome. And what was the third thing? Oh, Dr. Riley. So, when I had the lumps, he sent me for a biopsy, an aspiration, and of course I had mammograms. And when I questioned him about the aspiration and the biopsy, he was incredibly supportive, and his bedside manner was amazing. He called me the night before and the morning of, and the night before, the morning of, and then that night with the results, which is unbelievable because if my grandmother was going through breast cancer, it would take her weeks to get results. It was absolutely terrible.
Until recently, I don't see it right here, but I have the voicemail from Dr. Riley that he called at like 7, 8 at night to give us the news like on her
Everything was fine.
biopsy. So
he's really the best. But he didn't tell me about the risks, and there's a lot of credible evidence that demonstrates that when you have an aspiration or a biopsy performed, that it in fact spreads the cancer. So weird way to think about this, but like say you have a water balloon and you poke a hole in it, whatever's in the water balloon is going to leak. Or like with a zit, like if you pick at a zit and the bacteria gets there, you'll get more zits. So that's the basic theory behind it. So I would never get a mammogram again because it presses the breast, like squish, not good for you.
I think a lot of people know what that is, baby.
And
You know what-
well, it's true,
it's a
but
pressing
it
situation.
presses. I mean, it's pressing on it. It's a forceful thing. So what happens if you have a zit and you press on it, or a balloon, you press on it? So there's that, and then what I would do is thermography, and I would and of course I said we were going to do a health thing, so we might as well do a health thing while we're here. You have to look at every single product in your home, all the ingredients in it. One of the number one biodisruptors is actually fragrance. They can the ingredients in our cleaning products and our beauty products are absolutely horrifying. Your best bet is to make things yourself. And even like baking soda, like you have to buy specific baking soda that's aluminum free because you can't buy Arm & Hammer.
Chock full of aluminum.
It's craziness. So you really have to be very careful. We could start doing segments about the products that we buy. That might help people.
How about products? No, because then, yeah. No, I think that's a good idea. Well, products
Actually, we'll do it when we get like bigger.
Yeah.
And we make some money. And then we can like do
then
nice
we'll-
things for the world.
Then we'll
around
take
us.
on sponsors,
there.
and then we'll promote whatever that product
We will
is,
not
whether
do
it's
that.
good or bad.
We will not do that.
Well, I'll do that.
And I will
trying
be
to keep the
sitting
roof.
here going,
I'm trying to keep
Doug's
the
a
lights
big fat
on.
liar, pants on fire, and he's sleeping on the uncomfortable sofa that we got from Jan and Paul. No more orange couch. It's the uncomfortable sofa, and you are not putting your bad energy in the guest room.
Well,
Ask him. What happens if you want to sleep in the guest
she
room?
doesn't want me in there. I'm like this dark cloud in her life.
I'm the dark cloud, and
Oh.
it's in Charlie's life.
Oh, okay.
Whole other
Well, that's
story.
another thing.
When you invite people to Thanksgiving,
They call you the dark cloud.
and
Okay.
they don't like that they can't talk during your podcast.
Charlie's all right.
He's the worst. I have a lot of terrible friends. We talked about my terrible friend Lenny yesterday. Today, Charlie.
My friends are
The
delightful.
worst. But I love him. Your
I have
friends,
some, no, I have
some of
some
your
friends that are not so good.
No, you have some friends
some pretty
that,
negative friends, but for the most part,
you
I
have
have
some
good
friends that I
are,
don't like the way that they treat people.
that are fun and have good sense of humor. And
I can see it in other people's friends, but not my own, apparently. Okay, so Dr. Riley.
There's more Dr.
Thermography.
Riley?
Look at the products. There's Environmental Working Group has some great tools. You want to read the individual ingredients and see what the individual ingredients do. Don't have anything with fragrance that's not like a essential oil. That's number one. And when you cut those things out of your life, you will see a major difference. Also, I promised my friend Tracy I would say something about fibro that she could do that would be helpful. So I'm going to tell you about a product that I have. Speaking of products that I have, and I highly, highly recommend.
Fibromax.
I got through my friend
No, I just made that
at
up.
Vitamin C Chiropractic. She can order one for you if you would like. They're expensive. It's called a Biomat. Do not get the knockoff. I bought a knockoff. It sucked. I gave it away. It was a $500 stupid mistake on my part. So then I bought the actual Biomat. I think it was like 7 something maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, my friend she gets me a discount, and she would definitely pass it on to you as well because she still makes some money on it. And it comes straight to your house. It's basically a very heavy infrared mat, and it's filled with crystals, amethyst, and I think hematite.
Agate.
And you sit on it, and you feel 1,000 times better, and it's great for pain. It heats you from the inside out. It's great for
It's
pain.
like going in a
It's
sauna,
great for
kind
like
of,
if you have it's just like going in a sauna, except you're not in the sauna.
That's
And you can do
one
it
of the
while you're,
products
like,
that
playing
we
video
bought
games.
that I thought was worth every penny.
Every
Like,
penny.
Yeah.
Every penny. And there's so much money you spend when you have a chronic illness.
Yeah.
You're throwing money at possible treatments. And of course, everybody under the sun is going to sell you a product that's going to help you. If one more person
Like those salt
tries
lamps.
to sell me those stupid fucking little yellow pill, I'm going to punch them in the fucking face.
Wow.
love them.
Sound like an internet threat.
I'm not telling you, kidding you. It's like every single day. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your support.
Oh, well, I guess.
Please stop. You don't know what I have done already. You don't
Done
know
a
what I
lot of
haven't
things.
done. You know what don't know what I can do. You don't know what I can't do. I'm good. Thank
She
you.
stood on her head for 11 hours one day because she had read it on the internet.
I actually didn't stand on my head for 11 hours one day, but I did once lay upside down on an ironing board every day for a month, all day. One of my twins was breech, and I wanted her to turn, so I didn't have to have a C-section. So that's what I did.
You should have just
But I
bought one
did
of them
end up having to have a C-section.
mini trampolines. They'll jostle those twins around in there.
God, you would hope. I don't know if you could. Christina mentioned that there's a technique she does to turn babies, and she actually thought she could do it with the twins. But she wishes she knew because she would have been able to turn the babies. Like,
You could probably take a 9-volt battery. You know how like you could stick a 9-volt battery
in your cooch.
in a certain area. And twins will be like jumping around, and they're like Mexican jumping.
Oh,
beans.
I thought you were saying on my parts. I'm like,
Yeah, no, put it right
that's
there.
not my bag.
Whatever's close
But
to the twins.
Speaking of, another item that you can use for tension release or pain is a TENS unit. And I'm not saying that I know somebody who once put the pads on his testicles, but his name is Doug, and he's sitting right here.
Who wouldn't do that?
The same people that are not going to rub a 9-volt bolt on their
9-volt
baby
battery
or
on
their
there.
privates. Not that you should say baby in your privates in the same sentence, but they did come out of your privates, so I don't know.
Or maybe not in your case.
Let's not be prudes about our bodies. Yeah, mine came out of my stomach like aliens.
Well, I thought it was going to give me a 10-inch.
No, it doesn't.
Whatever, it didn't.
And they're like cheap. You can get them for you can get a good one for like $30 on Amazon.
you
Like
can buy them at CVS now.
you can even buy them on
like
CVS,
that.
but mine has 4 pads and it's like 80 modes for like $30 on Amazon. And you can use your HSA to pay for it, HSA or FSA, depending on what you have, if you have either.
This tax moment is brought to you by.
I am not an accountant. I'm not a doctor, and nothing on this show should be taken seriously because we're just a couple of idiots, and I'm for sure high as fuck right now.
Shocker. It is. Well, the thing is, if we change the time of the podcast, you might not be as high. But normally you have to take your medicine at around 6, and it starts kicking in, and then you're jumpy, and the owls will yell at you, and you'll.
Hey, hang on. There were owls out there. There was a bunny over there today. There's always animals. There was a fucking neighbor like spying on us, and we're
walking
cool
over
with
there?
that. But it was just creepy.
They were just walking their
Come over,
dog.
just come over and say hi. You couldn't be on the podcast. Okay, so
It's funny when you're in the pool naked. A lot of times, the guys walking their dog will stop right there and pretend to tie their shoe.
is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're just checking that shit out.
I should show you guys what I wear to swim. It's hilarious.
It's not much.
It's like a muscle shirt, like a tank top, and it goes like this.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't really cover anything else. It just, I don't wear anything with it. It like kind of covers my butt if I pull it way down. But then it's not like my tits popping out. And I swim in it. And so my tit just pops like right out. I just almost pull my boob out of my
She got like a torpedo.
I can't even be on television
you
because
cannot.
I would.
No.
I would
No,
really,
you do. Yeah.
If this shirt actually would do that, I would have done it.
Probably would have done it. Yeah. On live, national, whatever.
Anyway, there's 5, I think it was 5 or 6 palms down from that tree. 3 on the ground, 2 on the ground, 3 from the top, but I think that there's actually 2 on the ground. And some of them were fresh green palms. This is Palm Wednesday.
I think it's got something to do with with the
yesterday.
Easter and the Easter season and things like that.
Did you give up something for Lent?
No. I don't have much to give up, really. I don't do anything. What am I going to give up? I don't drink.
We gave up, actually, you know what we gave up? We gave up feeling sorry for ourselves, and we made a podcast.
We started making a podcast.
So, hey, we
do
do it for the Lord.
Well,
you don't do this podcast?
hey, look,
anymore?
I'm not the one who screams when Jehovah's Witnesses come to the door. You're screaming, Mimi.
I actually recommended a Jehovah's Witness to Zach today.
In what way? I don't know.
A realtor.
Oh, a realtor.
I went to middle school with him.
Oh.
He gave me a kiss in middle school.
Like
Like when I was,
so nice, like one of those.
and he said, "Je t'aime," and I didn't know what it meant. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
He's a Jehovah's Witness now. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that I would be a part of any cult that would have me as a member, unless I was the
It's
leader.
not like you just
I don't
called
know.
Jehovah's Witness like cult. They're free to do whatever they
They don't.
want.
Okay, I'm sorry. They don't celebrate Halloween. Anything that doesn't
What
celebrate
do you mean
Halloween
they don't
is a cult.
celebrate Halloween?
Halloween is fucking awesome. Yeah, they don't celebrate Halloween or birthdays.
Or birthdays?
Yeah, and this hot ass kid Stefan Miller in my class couldn't date unless he was considering marriage.
So what did you do? You went out and got a wedding dress.
Dated Brian Stouffer. I love you, Brian, but yeah, you were not great. Nate was awesome. Nate, I love you.
Yeah, you had a lot of boyfriends back in the
Like,
school
I'm
days.
friends with Brian. Like, I love him, and I haven't talked to him in forever, but I would do anything for him, but he was not a good boyfriend.
Anything?
No, I didn't do it then. I won't do it now. Thank you very much. We tried to set him up with somebody at our wedding. I think he fucked it up. Anyway, and the girl he was with, he has a kid with now. It's a whole thing. Anyway, which is probably why he's not talking to me.
Well, now that we've outed him across the
First of
airwaves.
all, he's not watching. Second of all, it's a very common name, I think. Third of all, it's true. So there you go. And fourth of all, we have no money. So, yeah.
Fourth of all, you haven't called Stacy to check on her in many, many years, and so
You're dead to us.
you get what you get.
No, we release you with love. Okay,
We
not the point.
release you with love.
Yeah, well, we can't.
not
You want me
releasing
to
the
release
guy.
him with love and semen? You can't do that. Incidentally, a friend of ours wanted to know if semen could be used as hair gel, and
Like in something
he has
like
very
that.
curly hair. So I said, "Don't put it in your hair. You should use coconut oil." And he said, "No, I know. That's why I'm calling you. I need Doug to try it and let me know." Doug has refused to do it. Well, in his defense, I was supposed to help with this, and I didn't want to start like a noodle. So I was like, "I'll do it later. Come to me when you're halfway there." So we haven't done it yet, but it could happen. Or you could try it at home. I know that it was a
You
thing
tried it at
something
home.
about marriage.
They sell it at
I cannot believe this is what we're
they sell it at Walmart, at Walgreens, but you need a.
What is wrong with me?
I don't know what's wrong with you. I honestly don't know. Like every day.
I think I'm a little over the top. Speaking of, I should say hello to my stepson. Okay, so Dr. Riley, mammogram, blah blah blah. We are for sure winning the lottery tonight.
Are we?
Yes,
Okay.
we went crazy and spent $2
We spent
on a lottery ticket.
Spent a little Wednesday night Powerball. Yeah.
You know what it is?
So we were,
you know what it is? It is 2 hours, and from the minute we buy that ticket to the minute the jackpot is called,
There's
I have hope.
There's hope.
$2 for hope. And so if I buy one every couple weeks or so, or even one 3 times in a row, because the jackpot is massive, it gives me hope that I could do wonderful things for the world around us. And I was just talking to my neighbor about this. I was telling her how I want to buy like 1,000 acres and build a new community where like people can, like nice people can come together and have like healthy food and animals and
How do you do the
community
screening?
and-
How do you do the screening for the nice people? It's inherent with all kinds of problems. You can't. You'd have to screen them for niceness,
Well, you
and I
just-
don't think there's a clear and effective test
Hear me
for
out.
that.
Hear me out. You open it like a campground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you say, "Hey, we have this campground. Actually, I want to buy Vicky Lynn.
She wants to buy a campground.
If we win the lottery, I want to buy Vicky Lynn up in Bridgeton, Maine. It's the campground I went to as a kid. I absolutely love it. It's the most beautiful campground. It's mostly seasonal sites, and I think that the like I just think it needs like more activities and stuff like it had back in the day, to have that sense of community, because I feel like I just feel like that's, I don't know, like that's the kind of thing that would be really fun. Anyway, and I'd like to build a nonprofit holistic healing center for the people in Bridgeton, because I think that would be amazing. Anyway, so I think what you do is you have like a campground and you rotate people out, and if you like them, you keep them, and if you don't like them, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but your spot is
Sounds
filled."
elitist to me. We don't like you, so you gotta go.
No, I just need people to be kind. Like, I'm not looking for like, I want somebody to be kind and to try to contribute in some way.
I would
and,
say if it's a contributing situation, that would be a good
like
place
a
to start.
contributing, and everybody has to contribute in some way, and it could be that you know, that you read stories to, you know, that you're elderly and you read stories to children, or you're, you know, you're handy and you fix
I am
things.
almost elderly.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
Break a hip.
Okay, well, when you break a hip, what are you gonna do to contribute to the community?
Let kids use my cane as a lightsaber.
Oh. I think an ear infection. My ear hurts.
Oh, now you have an ear infection.
There's always something wrong with me, and I have a thorn.
I blame
so
our
I'm
friend from the cruise ship. Gave you an ear infection.
She's not listening.
No, she doesn't.
Oh my god, you're like that idiot on the Cape Coral forum today. Sorry, it's Cape Coral residents group. Dude, these people, they're fucking first world problems. I'm sorry. And every town has these fucking idiots who need to get a therapist, or like, I don't know, put it on your own fucking wall. No, they need to tell the whole town that their pool company isn't testing the water enough.
Well, there's
And
a calcium
the
deficiency.
calcium is low. So the whole town knows.
I can't go in
and
this
they
water. The
raised it
calcium
like
is
a
low,
question,
Marge.
and then they answered their own question because it was clearly rhetorical. And so what I wrote was, thoughts and prayers are with your family at this difficult time. And my friend Jen from up the street not only liked it, but she texted me just to tell me about
Probably
it.
not what those people were going for, but funny all the same. So, like, you could actually make a show out of one of those local town groups.
No, I think we're going to.
Yeah,
Shh,
'cause
don't give away our idea. We've been talking about it for a long time.
My
We just haven't
trash
gotten to it.
bucket was turned over today by the trash men.
There are
They couldn't
bugs
put it-
outside. Every
Oh, yeah,
single,
I'm sure there's a bug thing, yeah.
Every single day on the Cape Coral Forum, someone complains about drivers, and someone else tells people how to drive.
And also-
there's always 50 comments about wind chimes.
And there's always one every so often. There was a plane overhead last night, and then they'll like post like the flight tracker of this plane over Cape Coral. If you can do that, you can go on Flight Tracker and get the tail number of the plane. You can figure out what they were doing over Cape Coral. You don't need to ask the Google group of or Facebook group.
Well, I do find that there to be a lot of air activity around here. It's a little weird.
Well, they're
There's
dropping
just
candy
too much
from
activity
a helicopter.
here. There's a lot of nice things about Cape Coral, but we don't have a beach, and it's so crowded. Like, I need to be
Well, we had a
in a
beach.
place where an alligator might show up at your front door. Like, I want that to be a legitimate problem in my life.
Okay.
Alligator. There's an alligator in the pool
Or a
again.
croc.
Are you going to learn how to get an alligator out of the pool?
Yeah, I think all you need is like a chicken.
Chicken. I keep hearing things over there.
You're just
Do you think
paranoid.
owls like our podcast? No, it's those goddamn palms.
It's the palms. Well,
There's like 3 massive palms hanging down.
and if you guys know what we're talking about, it's not
They're
like a
huge.
leaf. It's like
It's like it's like heavy, and like when it falls, it makes a thud. We used to have a royal palm, and when those fall, the whole house shakes.
those things were about 20
people-
pounds each when they fell.
There's
and,
a
like,
lot of people
yeah.
that want them outlawed in Florida because in residential areas because they do so much damage. when
Now,
they
the
fall.
governor's cracking down on them because they might be gay.
That's not even close to what he said.
I don't know what that guy
We don't
says.
add fuel to the fire.
I just
You
thought
can
it was
say that
funny
you're
to
gay.
poke fun at someone in politics. Which, okay, maybe I could have said.
I don't
never
care.
mind.
I don't care. But if we have this whole conversation, it's going to be a whole conversation.
It's a whole conversation.
There's,
Well,
you know, what the media wants people to think and what the law actually said. And I don't think that we should talk to first graders about gender identity. I think that, like, maybe let them figure that one out. Do you know the largest group of transgender, like, and listen, we have
Are
trans
in first
friends,
grade?
like, the
That'd
largest
be
group are
alarming.
ages 15, the largest group is ages 15 to 18, I think it
that
was.
that time in your life is confusing enough already.
Can't make a
like
decision
from
like that then.
you know.
Sorry, if you want to change your shit, do your thing.
But
I don't like the idea of
you-
shit you're full of chemicals.
You
wanna
are
change your
always
shit,
saying
change your shit.
You're always saying, how do you know if you didn't try it?
I'm saying that does permanent damage to your body, so I'm not gonna go try fucking meth. Like, don't try meth.
But-
if you want to change your gender, do
But
whatever
maybe
the hell you want.
I would have a nice time on meth. I should try it.
You should try meth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
how
life is going pretty shitty for us.
I'd have to go to.
Take up meth.
What do you have to do to make meth? You get some baking soda and road flares at Walmart. I know there's something at Walmart that will set off
You
the
have to get
alarms.
Sudafed, and you have to fill out a form.
Oh well, jeez, it's not like you can't make up a fake name, Larry Ransford from.
No, you have to give
Del
them your
Prado
ID.
Ave.
You have to give them your ID. They write you down. They put you in a computer. Or I think it might be computerized now.
Okay, well, I guess there goes my meth problem out the window. I can't even make good meth with my.
Kimber and Matt tried to make it on Nip Tuck, and they almost
They
burned
burnt the
down their
whole
building.
place down. Yeah.
He had severe burn things, and then he became in love with an Israeli burn victim who had pieces of a terrorist in her face, and then she had him removed, and she said she wanted nothing to do with him, and it was Tara from Sons of Anarchy, and also the girl who owned the store in Mad Men.
And Mad Men. Yeah.
She's been everything. Anyway, that's not the point. What is the point of this story?
I don't know.
Dr. Riley. Oh, okay. So I want to build communities where people come together. That there's like no economy. People just give out of the goodness of their hearts, and people come together and support one another. Like that.
Hippie
People
crap
have that.
is that?
Yeah, hippie crap. That's
Hippie
what I want.
crap.
Fucking hippie crap.
Didn't work then. It's not gonna work now.
It's gonna work.
Didn't work back, and they had
Gonna
good
work.
bands back then.
We're gonna have plenty of money, and I want people to be able to homeschool their kids, and I want everyone to have the support they want. They need. I want every mom to feel supported. I want every dad to feel supported. I want no one to ever feel alone.
If you don't have kids, also
I want everyone to
supported.
laugh. I want there to be music and art.
Dog people supported. Cat people supported. Those crazy exotic pet people, though, you're kind of.
we've been rewatching.
No,
Joe,
you've been
Joe,
rewatching
Tiger Joe. What's
Tiger
it called?
King.
Tiger King.
Tiger
I've been
King,
rewatching
which
it.
the first couple were really good.
I
and then
hate.
then it
Can I
just
tell
broke
you? Most of the people involved in this are completely deplorable. Like there's the guy that we liked is the no legs guy. We like the no legs guy. I don't know where he is today, but that's not the one that died. It's the other guy.
No, it's
the other guy was a drunk. And like, but the people that seem the skeeviest on it are actually the least skeevy. But Carol Baskin and her husband.
Oh, the little new boyfriend, or the
husband-
boyfriend or husband, or whoever
Oh
it
my
is, the
God,
new
he's
guy.
so creepy.
He's like singing, and he's like,
like serenades her. It was the
She's
creepiest
got
thing.
him dressed as a tiger on a chain. Kind of weird stuff. Anyway, I've only poked my head in a couple times, but yeah, I vowed not to let that take up any more of my life. That show after watching it a couple years ago. But it's
Okay.
funny now that you watch it because
I don't
you know
remember-
what happened to all these people.
So I have like neurological stuff. I have lesions all over my brain, so I don't remember shit. So I
That's-
didn't remember most of it actually. I don't remember most of the Tiger King. I just know that he's in jail, and I think that what's his name? I can see his fucking face. Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate was going to try to help him out, but Andrew Tate's dealing with his own shit, and he's like, I don't even know that he's even been charged. They've just got them held. I think they might be on like release now or something. I don't
that
really
pizza
know.
box gave him away.
Yeah, but it's a really, it's an interesting case because he hasn't been charged and he's been held. His brother didn't even see the birth of his first child. Like that's pretty terrible. Like, and they haven't even been charged. So I mean, as much as I have massive issues with the American legal system, like it's better than that shit.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, like I have a friend right now who is dealing with some issues with his parole, and you know, he did his time. He's been he's a completely, like, to say that he's a model of what you would hope would happen to someone to turn their lives around. He inspires me. He's an amazing person, and he's having an issue right now with his parole, and it's like it was the stupidest thing in the whole world, and it's making his life freaking hell. And it's all about, you have to have a good lawyer from the start. You always have to have a good lawyer. If you, and the thing is that, like, and I think you and I have all seen it, is that, like, we've all seen stories where very wealthy people get away with murder, or they get.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. I just.
Are you starting that? I mean, the entire Clinton family, like.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, there's a lot.
Well,
Like, if you're wealthy, I mean, look at Martha Stewart. She had her little slap on the wrist.
Jeffrey Epstein be
Like,
running
Jeffrey
around.
Epstein, can we
If he
please
didn't
talk
kill
about-
himself,
Yeah, he's in Monaco.
jury's out on
somewhere.
that one.
He's in Monaco somewhere. That's not the point. The point is that, what was my point?
I don't know. Andrew Tate something.
Oh, so but it was before Andrew Tate. I just want to have a community where people come together, and I just want I don't know how I got onto Andrew Tate. I have the world's worst ADD. Like, it's so bad. Anyway, so I really want to have that's what I want to win the lottery for. Like, obviously I want to help us. I really would love to buy an RV. That's like I'd like to, there's some little things that we'd like to do for ourselves. I'd like to buy an RV so that we can travel and see our friends, hopefully all you guys. I'd like to go to this clinic in Nevada, Sierra Integrative Wellness, I think it's called. Excuse me. I'd really love to go there. And I'd like a stylist because I literally have no clothes. Like, you guys have no idea.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you have no style, but you have some style.
It's so hard because I've gained so much weight. I don't even know what to do with my body, and I don't have the energy to shop. So that's something that would make my day. But the rest, I just want to like help people and bring people together. I want to help people have their own gardens, and I want people to be able to, like women who are in bad situations, or men for that matter, to have the support they need to leave. I want to help people to live healthy lifestyles. I want to bring people together, and like we don't have any money, so
we're helping people
we're on the current
words.
countdown of how long it is before we have to live in a van down by the river, and we can't even afford a van. We'd have to live in a Jeep and a Volvo down by the river, and trust me, they're old. With
I got
lots
a roof
of miles, and the
doors.
Jeep leaks.
Anyway, roof and doors, and that
your
Swedish
starter's on
love
its way
machine
out,
right there.
and you have a leaky tire. My head gasket's leaking bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that that we're trying to do that a little bit with the podcast. Like, if we can make you guys feel like a little less alone in the world, like you have a friend, like you're part of something, like, and especially if you've been watching, you're going to start to learn our inside jokes, because we can't explain them every time. That would just take too long. We get on way too many tangents as it is.
I have a tangent to go on
Please.
today. I did a little reading today. Of course, you know how I collect stuff, right? I collect stuff.
Yes.
I'm like, I bet those trans Budweiser cans are going for a good amount. So I go, so I go on eBay, right? Because I will go on there, whatever. And look, nothing. There's none on there. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I'm like,
You probably go to any Publix.
and I'm like,
buy
so
them.
where can I get this? So I'm like,
Did you
I
go to
start
Publix?
looking. I start looking online. Then I find the marketing department was not fired,
Oh,
and these cans were
did
not.
the CEO quit?
No, I don't think so. It said that was all false. And so then I look up, those cans were never produced. What they do, and every once in a while to highlight somebody's, not activities, but a claim or whatever, they honor them with like doing this can, right? Those cans were never made for the public. They were only done for the photo shoot, whatever. They do they've done a bunch of different people, and this one just sort of caught like the ire of folks.
So if you could share that article, that would be great.
I will try and find it again. But I was, kind of bummed that I thought that would be a cool thing to
For a
own
collectible.
as part of because
Well, you could probably still get one, because if there was there were definitely some there.
there were some made, but
You got to call that ad agency or the print company.
or the lady that actually there was a lady that's like that came up with it. She was like an assistant marketing director or whatever, and she said she was doing it because she supported the thing, and it took down Budweiser's frat party or frat boy kind of
Which is moronic, because that's their key market. But moreover, people don't want to. I
So
don't
then
have a
somebody
problem-
went on her Facebook page and found her in college doing like frat boy kind of stuff. So they called her fake and all this. This is what's wrong with people today, right? Like you can stand up for something or have an idea of something. Somebody is gonna like find issue with it. Even if there's no issue with it, they're gonna find it. And then they'll find issue with
But
you.
do you think sometimes when like you have an idea that you're presenting to people, part of the process is it being questioned what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the process. Is what makes it better.
Right,
It's
but
collaborative. I mean, like, for example, this podcast is collaborative.
Right.
We have different ideas about a lot of things, and we collaborate together.
Right.
So I think while I understand what you're saying, and I've seen it in your life particularly, I know that it's been a challenge for you, people who have no ever-loving clue how to do your job, trying to tell you how to do it, and you end up having to fix their fucking problems. I'm not going to name names.
One time, a coworker said that they were gonna look at something and then give it back to me for design antics. That was my favorite belittling of what I did.
The guy that was going to call 99 Designs?
Yeah, well, there was that too, but that was actually just a joke. But come to find out, nobody ever gave me that project because he talked to my manager at the time.
Who was hired?
Never got.
All
never
of
got
Doug's
back to me.
managers got fired. Every one of them. He stayed on the whole time, but there were 5.
There weren't 5, but
REHSL.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I guess
5.
they yeah.
5.
I guess a lot of them were.
5 of them fired.
But I don't think there were 5.
There were. I just named them.
R
Yes.
H
Yes.
E.
S.
S was not
She was.
fired. Not fired.
Oh, she quit. And then L.
I don't know who L was, but
She's the most depressing person that you know.
that person was not fired. I will.
They were fired from that job.
Not really. No.
Somebody else took the job.
I don't know what that. No, it was all broken up when the company
I'm
got
talking
sold.
smack.
Anyway,
That's not the point.
so-
The point is,
right.
if you're negative, shitty things happen to you, and you want
But-
to not do that. And I'm sorry that I'm doing it right now.
But
I
when
just
you have
anger.
an idea, right, or a belief, right, or whatever. In this case, it was like, oh, let's do this. This will help, whatever. So as a creative person or whatever, you have to provide the creative rationale for whatever you're trying to do, and it's your job to try and sell the idea to the constituents within the company and to get it approved, to get production and everything else. So if you're going to say that was a failure, which I don't know if it is, I haven't really thought much about whether it was the right thing to do or not. But and it certainly caused damage to the brand and their loyal customers. So who knows? So, but in doing that, you have to come up and say, we're going to do this because it's going to,
you have to explain what you're doing.
in
and
this
why.
case, increase market share
But
for
therein
this audience
lies-
or whatever.
Therein lies the problem with this campaign.
Well, I'm not talking about the campaign. I'm just talking about the job of the creative person.
I agree with
to
you, but
try
I'm saying,
and get
but
everybody
I'm saying
on board.
that you're talking about the job of the creative person, and I'm saying that that creative person didn't look at the demographic, which is a key component to designing a marketing campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could. That was an owl.
That was an owl. He's our friend.
That was the distress call of an owl being attacked.
I'm excited
by
about the
a
owls.
gator.
I didn't get all jumpy that time though.
No. So, anyways, I think yeah, there's.
I have a knot in my hair.
You have a knot in your hair.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now is not probably the time to talk about your hair knots.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so any good creative, thank you, because a lot of creatives will just show the work or whatever, and then if they don't get, if the audience doesn't get it or if the client doesn't get it, well, it's their problem. Well, no, it's your problem because you didn't explain it correctly. So, anyways, I'm
Well,
giving
the
away.
thing is
You know
that-
what? I got to take this online and teach. My tricks of the trade.
Go on your tirade, but I will
Going
say that
try-
I will say
tirade.
with it. I will say this: when your peers, colleagues, or clients respect you, they don't give two shits. And I think when you have a situation where a client has a tremendous amount of changes or an internal person, it's really about their own need to control and their inability to really focus on what their responsibility is, and they're busybodies, for lack of a better term. And don't get me wrong, like, clients will have minor changes. As a matter of fact, you just did one of a van wrap for one of my closest friends, and she always has a bunch
So
of changes.
it's the worst client.
She's
What if
the
we do
worst
this?
client.
Well, I already sent you the files. Okay, I'll take the files back.
She's adorable, but like
No,
she always
she's fine.
but she likes what she likes. She's very particular, and it shows. Like, she has and I think that this is actually, I think she inspires me because she wants what she wants and she knows it, and she's not going to settle for anything less. And that is something, like, I aspire to be like. I'm trying so hard to be like her. She's the best. But she'll have, like, Doug, can you move this a skosh, or can you make this a little bigger? Or
She
whatever?
wanted the URL bigger on the side of her van.
So he made it bigger, and then you forgot the T.
No,
the
it was
eye.
a dot on the eye. Like, so when you grab, like, the file, like, it's all little individual lines or whatever. When you grab it, one of the dots on the eye didn't grab. So it was like, it was over here. It should have been over here. So
And the thing about it is that shit like that happens. Like, it's just
Happens.
part of the
But I
process.
found it. I
But
fixed
Doug
it.
caught it before the client even caught it, and before it went to the printer, which is the most important thing.
and big deal,
And
right?
you
You
got it
just
fixed.
peel it off over here on the van and stick it over here and rub it down.
But I think it's like, I think it's so crazy because they were like, they if you don't know what you do, it can, like, people think, and actually somebody said this to him once, that he colors in air conditioning, and that's what he does for a living. I'm pretty computer savvy, and like, okay, I understand, like, what things should conceptually look like, but actually doing it is entirely different. And, like, coming up with unique ideas is not, like, I mean, yeah, I think I could probably come up with some unique ideas, but not like this knucklehead. So
I had a great conversation. It reminded me of today. I had a conversation with my sort of like interim job coach person that's, kind of helping me, hone the resume and stuff like that. And I was asking, how do like, if I get in front of somebody, I can talk to them, I can tell them about the success and failure and all this stuff. And she's like, you need to weaponize your personality.
Yeah, if y'all can get us in front of someone,
I hate the word weaponize as a thing, but like but I like the attitudes.
We need to get Doug in front of more decision makers because he's
yeah, because I'm a bull crap artist, and I will talk you.
I don't really think you are.
No, I'm really not. I love what I do. So
and your vagina will
no. I love what I do, and I love talking about it, and I love.
And then you'll be like a Munich.
A eunuch, not a Munich. I'm not a place in
Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Okay.
Because you've been to Munich, right?
Just once.
No, not again. Is that did you have that done to you at the airport and some sort of frisking?
No, that would have been a good time. Like
Wow.
I'm not doing it.
That's a whole ball of wax. Although Jennifer from down the street said slow and steady, and that's the way you do that, apparently. She said that to me. So I'm like,
wait, when did
no,
she
I'm
say
not,
that
I'm
to
not,
you?
It was earlier in
Did
the
she get a
comments,
sitter? Did she get a sitter? Come on over.
I don't want any.
You guys meet in between the two houses.
It's not like a no. She was just saying, because we were talking about it. You were talking about it, and she's like, don't worry.
I just love her. She's such a sweetheart. Actually,
nice.
I was telling her that because her older daughter, both of her daughters are adorable, but the one of them, she hates me and she tried to steal my man.
Yeah, she did.
I'm not okay with that one. But the
she's
older
1 year
one,
old.
I'm not really sure what I think about that one yet. Jury's still out. But the older one is hilarious, and there's these TikToks of this guy in England talking to this little girl, Parker, I think her name was. Through the fence. I can't remember what her name was, but they're talking through the fence. You never see the little girl's face, but she always has these crazy things to say. Clearly the family is in on it. I'm like, dude, Soph and I need to do this so we can pay for that kid's college.
There is a fence over there.
They have a fence. We have to show the kid. We can have conversations.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is that this kid condescends to me. It's adorable little condescending child, and her poor mother can barely watch this podcast because she'll read the subtitles over her shoulder.
Oh, good.
But she's raising two little badass girls, and they're gonna take over the world, and I can't wait. And I hope they're just like their mom, because she's amazing. Speaking of amazing moms, my friend Darcy, who we've all been praying for,
yes,
she posted on Facebook today. She's live. She texted me later. I was freaking out. Is it gonna get the computer full of essential oils?
No, it's fine.
So she, I actually like it better there.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Sup?
Did you just say sup?
Sup?
What is that?
I don't know what that is. You're smoking a cigarette? It's supposed to be. That's
never
the worst
done
gang sign ever. Rock, paper, scissors.
Somebody told me you're supposed to Jeep wave like this because it makes a J.
That's
Wouldn't that be a J?
stupid. That's really stupid.
Isn't that a J?
I don't know what. I don't know.
If I go like
Depends
that,
which
that's not
way.
a
If
J. That's backwards.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a J to you. No.
Yeah, but
no,
it
it's a
shouldn't
backwards
be a J to me.
J
It should be a
to
J
you.
to the other person.
It's a J to the other person.
You can. Okay, listen. You can Jeep wave.
Don't. It's just wave.
You can wave like this. You can wave like this.
But
you can wave like this.
Don't wave like that.
You can wave like that.
That's not good.
Please wave like that. Just when we're done.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. You sound so enthused. Are you ready for your hair gel? Are you ready for your hair gel?
Any
What?
hair gel. I'm not using any for any secretions.
What's it like?
Secretion.
What's it like being married
formula.
to me?
It's really it's a lot like going to job lot. You never know what you're gonna find. There's probably some old stuff and some new stuff and maybe some fun stuff. You just never know. And
Now it's like job lot. I liked it better when I was like a parking lot.
Well, I can't use the same one every day.
You're not going to come up with a new one every time.
Oh, I'm going to.
Okay, he says he's creative.
Ask me again.
We'll see. Okay.
Ask me.
What?
What's it like being married to you?
What's it like being married?
The aftermath of a Cat 5 hurricane.
still dealing with that. They, my old boss Mick actually introduced me to everyone in Poland as Hurricane Stacy. Put up signs, look out, Hurricane Stacy's coming.
It's kind of true.
Imagine what I was like before I got sick. If I'm like this now.
I was younger. I had a lot more energy then.
Yeah, but
I don't have the energy now.
I was running circles around you. He always says
Well,
that I got sick so he could keep up
You're
with
running
me.
circles around, just running circles around. Like, just calm down, enjoy your day. God damn it.
I had 4 children and was a single mother and a crazy job, and my kids were in every activity.
Enjoy
under the
your
sun,
day.
And I was doing it by myself, so.
And then I came along.
You came
Ruined everything.
till the one day when the lady met this fellow.
Dee.
And they knew that it was much more
Yeah,
than a hunch.
it was a bunch, all right.
That everything would become a giant disaster. And now they're broken, live in Florida. Stacy and Doug, Stacy and Doug, That's the way we became Stacy and Doug. With Marital Hate.
Marital Hate.
Do you like my song?
That was quite the song.
Sorry, everyone. I've been called a tornado as well tonight.
I think you just proved my point.
What point?
That you're, you're a lot.
I don't know.
You're a lot of energy. You don't have energy. Like, you'll go and you'll collapse after this, but yet you're over here.
Oh my God,
singing
I
Brady
have
Bunch
every
songs.
single night. The first night I could get up and walk in the house, but I couldn't carry much. The second night, barely got in the house, carried my phone. It gets increasingly worse. By the time tonight's up, I'm gonna be just kind of rolling myself in there like a little fat lady, the little fat lady that I am. So what else do we have?
Well, I didn't have anything.
You were talking about the trans cans.
Well, no, I thought it was interesting that they never produce those cans. And
I would like to see that article.
People start freaking out.
That article.
The prop.
I just
for
think
photo.
I think the fact that the issue people had wasn't with the fact that she's trans, but that she pretends to be a 13-year-old girl. That's what people had a problem
Well, yeah, I don't know anything about
and
that.
I've seen her TikTok, and she does. She pretends to be a 13-year-old girl, and that's the part that's concerning to me. But I just think that it's a bad decision by the marketing department. As a matter of fact, Gillette had a thing that they didn't want these, that they did that campaign for Old Spice, which was with Terry Crews, I guess. What are you doing? Get off
I'm
your
pulling up the
phone.
article.
Okay.
But
I just want you to send it to the group. I don't want you to read it.
All right.
So it was with Terry Crews, and it was, he's this handsome man. If you're a man, smell like me, or whatever. It was this award-winning ad campaign. So somebody I know went and joined that team and decided that it was too, sexist or sex rated or whatever, and that they were going to completely change it. Well, they changed their campaign so that it was more, I don't know,
friendly,
whatever,
less sexual,
and their sales plummeted. So they are going back to their old model because women, want a hunky dude.
Hunky dude, like the UPS man in Who's That Girl?
It's weird. I love the smell of Old Spice deodorant, and I love the smell of, my grandfather wore it, Old Spice and Old Spice deodorant. I love the smell of Old Spice deodorant, and I love the smell of, oh my God, that's so weird.
You're a weird person.
Boys, if you want to get a girl, find out what cologne her father wore. Wear that. Anyway.
I remember they were growing up that Old Spice was always sitting around, but I don't think
I just realized
anybody ever used
something
the cologne.
Incredibly horrifying about my life that relates to Old Spice deodorant that I am not ready to share with the general public here. But let's just say Old Spice deodorant. Anyway, and dryer sheets. I love the fucking smell of dryer sheets, and they're so
But
bad.
we don't
for you.
use them.
You should not use dryer sheets. They're absolutely terrible for you. They're terrible for the planet. They're terrible for you. They're terrible for your clothes. Dryer balls with a little lavender essential oil. You're good. You don't even have to use the lavender essential oil. I like it. A little extra touch.
A little something.
But you could use whatever you do what you want with your balls. You just take your woolly balls and you do whatever you want with them. You can use
You can make them not woolly if you like.
Both at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't. They're always woolly
Oh, those things.
on some level. It's a small amount of
Oh,
hair.
I thought you were talking
just
about
that
other
stage
balls.
where it's really itchy. That's what they look like.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well,
But
so
woolly balls, commune, winning the lottery, which is
talk a lot about the commune.
I got to tell you, the first people we're going to think about is the people who watch the podcast. All seven. What's
That's
number
kind of a
seven?
high for a lot.
Thank you. We love
So
you.
we got to come up with something good, some good content for them.
Well,
Quick, jiggle your boobs.
I almost pulled my boob out before, but I don't think I should.
Well, you were talking about medical things, so that's like,
Well, we were talking about boob-related things. I squished my boob and everything. I hope this one's not very see-through. I do have one purple dress that. Oh my God, we went to Stan's Hideaway, Goodland, Florida. They are not sponsoring this. We love Stan's. There's usually live music. We especially like the Shane Duncan band, who we've seen there like 5 times. It's an audience of all different shapes, sizes, and colors. There's a dance called the Buzzard and a drink called the Buzzard. Doug has had the Buzzard. People can pull their boats right up, and we've gone and met with our friends. My aunt Cheryl, her boyfriend Sammy, our pal Huddy, our pal Valerie. We're thinking about you, Val. John, Ernie, Phil. Who else am I forgetting? Is it Darren or Daryl?
Oh, Danny.
Danny, I like him. He's
point,
just a great group of people. So we would meet up with them down there. What was my point about going to Stan's?
You had a purple see-through dress.
Oh, and so I had on
4 hours later
black bra and panties. I'm standing by the seawall, and Doug tells me my dress is completely see-through. Texts me a picture, and yep, it looks like I'm wearing a bathing suit. But maybe because it's on the water, it's okay because it looked like I was at the beach.
No, people ride their jet skis up, get out, get hammered, get back on the
swimsuit on. At least I had panties on. I usually don't wear panties; they hurt. Bras either, they hurt.
Well, you don't.
But I did that
normally
day.
Leave the house. So.
And the minute I got in the Jeep, I took that shit off, all of it. We go to bingo, and like in the middle of the game, I'm just like, and I hand it to him under the table. I hand it to him in the Jeep all the time.
What am I going to do with it? It's not my responsibility.
That's the best way. If you have a Wrangler and you want to increase your mileage, just take one of my bras and use it as a little sail.
Use it as a sail. They'll send you in reverse real good.
If you get stuck in a pit, you could use it as a strap, a tow strap.
Stuck in a pit. The world's largest pit.
I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, The Fundamentals of Caring with Paul Rudd.
Very good.
And I don't know who that girl is. That's Selena
Gomez.
And
I was going to say Selena
and that chick
Dion.
from Boardwalk
no,
Empire, whose name I
Gomez.
can't remember. The Peaches is her name. She was in Boardwalk Empire. Anyway, really great
Very
movie.
good
It's
movie.
on Netflix.
And
Highly
nothing
recommended.
you'd ever hear of, for sure.
The Fundamentals of Caring. Watch it on Netflix. It's really sweet. I actually like a lot of those depressing sick people movies. I don't know.
You
they make me
watch a
feel
lot of
comforted.
depressing crap.
Like
you
I
really
like
do.
Me Before You, which is a movie about a man who was injured in a motorcycle accident and his journey to euthanasia, and the nice girl that he meets along the way.
Who later goes on to be like the queen in Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones,
I
but
didn't know that she was
that
the
was
queen
the
with
girl.
those
Yeah.
tights.
Huh?
She wore those tights and she was the queen.
I don't know what tights you're talking about.
The bumblebee tights.
What are you talking about?
She wore bumblebee tights.
In the show? What show? In Game of Thrones?
All of the shows.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Game
I
of
like to
Thrones.
think that the characters are all connected. So if you are, say, for the sake of argument, you're
Malcolm in the Middle's dad.
Oh,
go
and then
on
you
to-
turn to selling meth, and then like Fonzie, then went on to
Well,
be a football coach.
Fonzie's always going to be Fonzie.
He was cool, but then he was a football coach, and he helped the water boy.
Yeah, and now he's on the other show, Barry.
Oh, is that good?
He got an Emmy for it. Yeah, it's supposed to be excellent. Bill Hader.
What is It's Winkler Avenue in Fort Myers. Always makes me think of him.
Henry Winkler
I
is
love him.
one like that's like
Oh my
one
God.
guy that like because I've only
My
been
dream would be to meet Henry Winkler. That would be so
I've
cool.
only been
And Christopher
starstruck
Walken.
like once in my life, and I think if I met Henry Winkler, it would be time number 2.
Okay, wait. So tell me something.
Yes,
Who's your celebrity 5?
my celebrity
Yeah, everybody
5.
has 5
Oh, I don't know.
celebrities
I wouldn't even
that they
know.
would-
I wouldn't
Come
even know
on.
where to begin.
Oh, let me make it for you. I know exactly who you would pick.
Probably Shakira.
We were on a Shakira kick.
I don't know. She's
V
beautiful.
from Shameless.
V is up there. Yeah, V is
He likes dark ladies. I was the closest he could find because
she's spicy
Situate
woman.
is 57% Irish.
Well, I wasn't
I was
looking in Situate at the time. I was
I
looking in.
He was looking everywhere, all around the globe.
Yeah, all around the globe. I was looking.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Your celebrity 5.
I don't know. I mean, I
Oprah.
don't put much time into it.
You don't put much time
I
into it.
really don't put much time
This is the
into
thing.
my
He's always looking for a
celebrity 5.
job and writing
Yeah.
music and taking care of me. He doesn't have time. I've had time. Let me tell you. Henry Winkler, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, Terry Bradshaw, and Joe Rogan.
Wow, that's quite the set. Quite the set.
That's my list.
See, I would go with I would take a celebrity 5, but I would name like the year or the era. Like right, if you went like
You have to do it now.
now, if you went
You
like
can't-
no,
you-
what
if
if?
you have-
But then you
first
can
you
use dead people. So like,
But then you would have to get a time machine. Do you have a time machine?
I'm not allowed to say. The time machine
a
people.
time machine? Can you
they,
get
they,
me
t-
back
they told me to. They
my
made me sign an
figure?
NDA.
Could you bring me back sweet children who love me and appreciate me?
When
Like, No, I don't really think I've had that good of a time in life. I'm okay. Could you go back to my parents' conception and make it never happen? We
Wow.
would all appreciate it.
I'm gonna go back. I'm
you
gonna
were
go back
going
to your parents' conception
My mother said she
swap-
didn't know what they were doing.
and swap them out with a couple of
Nice people?
of darker skinned people, and then you would exist, but you would be a beautiful black goddess. No, I'm kidding. I love her the way she is, except for them.
No, I'm just trying to think of what two black parents I would want.
Morgan Freeman
Oh, that would be
and
cool.
Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, but do you think that I could be Morgan Freeman's child? Like, he's so measured. Actually, I can be. Like,
No,
when
you
you're-
need a little measured.
When you're in
Yeah.
when you're in crisis, I'm your girl. Like, I can.
We were
solve
talking
your
about
problem.
this, yeah.
Like, it's the only time I can function, and it's also the only time I sweat because I have adrenal like stage.
What don't you have,
3
really?
Adrenal
Like,
failure or some
you
shit
have-
like that. So my adrenals from like a lifetime of stress. I had a lot of trauma as a kid, and I had some other stuff.
It's
in
time.
my
It's
life.
time to move on.
That
From-
yes,
from
it is
the-
time to move
from
on.
those
But I have
traumas.
adrenal failure, so I went for testing that Dr. Novak ordered. He's a neurologist in Boston.
Name dropper.
Was that?
I don't know.
He's very hard to understand, but
You've
he
been
does
to s-
order very thorough testing that helps if you have a disability case. Anyway, he took tissue samples, like they used like a punch, and took a hunk out of my leg in 2 places. And come to find out, I in fact do not have any sweat glands, and so that's why part of the reason why my lymph nodes are so backed up and all the other fun stuff, and I'm all bloated and shit. Like this isn't fat. This is lymph nodes. They're like big round balls.
That's hot.
So like if you
Just put them back where the.
maybe this part right here is me, but the rest is no, because that's me. I'm squeezing the things together, but that's lymph nodes. They're big lumps, probably about.
This is riveting.
Feel them? Is they like 4 inches? That's not my.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
They're gross. Anyway, they're not golf balls. They're like golf ball size.
deviled eggs
Anyway,
in
not
there.
the point. The deviled eggs. We're having deviled eggs tomorrow.
We are.
Oh, that's gonna be our food thing. What's the deviled egg recipe that you make?
Deviled eggs. I do them in the Instant Pot. 5 minutes under pressure. 5-minute release. 5 minutes in the ice bath.
Okay, but people know how to. They know how to boil eggs. I think. So you boil.
Not everybody knows how to boil an egg.
Hard boiled eggs. Put them in hot ice water. Okay. Then what?
Cut them in half. Take
Do you
the
take the
yolks
shells
out.
off or no?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you forgot that.
It's not egg in the shell.
Stop. Oh my god. The egg in
So
the
anyways,
shell is the funniest thing.
you peel the eggs, you cut the eggs in half, you dump the yolks in a bowl. With the yolks, you put in some smoked paprika, some salt and pepper, some goat cheese, some mayonnaise, and a little bit of Dijon mustard. If you don't have Dijon mustard, just use regular mustard or mustard powder. Mix it
sorry.
all up, put it back in the eggs, boom, 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 and then you've got to do
Amazing.
the Irene Gear special. Put the smoked paprika or non-smoked paprika, whatever
Sometimes-
paprika, you sprinkle across the top, and it gives it a nice little
Sometimes
decoration.
he goes fucking crazy and puts on thick
bacon?
cut bacon.
Yeah, a little bacon.
And one time he even did pork rinds.
Oh, pork rinds. You can crumble up pork rinds and sprinkle them on there
Gives
for a little
crunch.
crunch because you need a little crunch sometimes. Yeah, the bacon is definitely a good add-on for the deviled eggs. But the goat cheese, I know probably not everybody likes goat cheese, but it's
How
good.
can you not
It
like
is
goat
good.
cheese?
It
Goat
adds
cheese
a
is the
little
best.
something to it. So
Goat cheese is the best. Although we're going through this goat cheese thing because we want to have a Sanibel deviled egg festival. We planned it last year. Sanibel Island was one of the most beautiful places in
Devastated
the world,
by
and
the storm.
I can't think of anything better to enjoy on a hot Florida day on the
Yeah.
Gulf Coast
then eggs
than deviled eggs.
that have been
Been in a cooler.
yeah, and driven over a bridge.
Like a little sand on them. Do you think the seagulls would dive after the eggs?
At the eggs,
Like
I don't
you're
even
eating
think
an
they would
egg.
want
The
eggs.
Seagulls can be aggressive. Although we have bigger pelican problems than anything. We have
Yeah,
our pelicans. Like you don't know pelicans until you see our pelicans. They're crazy. There's like
They're the cool. They're
there's
really
places-
cool.
There's
They're really
places
cool.
where you go and there's like every 5 feet there's a pelican the
Yeah.
size of a small child. Like they're massive, and some of them are even the size of a full child.
Yeah. And when you see
have fancy fucking
with a
birds.
bird in its beak, and the beak is like
I
like
wish
the little
that
gullet thing is moving
My
around.
neck is hurting.
That's
I
because
wish-
your hair weighs 400
It
pounds.
does. It's. Did we ever weigh it?
Your hair? I
Yeah.
don't think we could accurately weigh your hair.
No, because we weighed my tits. The way we weigh the tits is he holds them from behind, and I stand on the scale, and then we know that they weigh 20 pounds.
Wow. That's yeah.
That's a lot of tits.
Yeah, well, it is. It's hefty.
so much
I think we should probably wrap this up tonight because
Well,
we're
we have
just
to go down
starting-
our little list. We haven't even finished. And then we have to loop up with the people. So, okay, we're sorry that we're all over the fucking place. That's what we do. If you have any topics you want us to discuss, please share it. And if you have a guess as to what I got my varsity letter in, Come on. If you have a favorite clip that you liked or a favorite thing that we said in the video that you thought was particularly absurd, please let us know so we can highlight it, because we have to figure out the quote of every episode, and also we have to figure out what clips to make, and that's going to be a massive project. So any help you could give us just by saying, hey, at 4:32 you talked about blah blah blah, that was really funny, or if you just said you talked about blah blah blah, but it would definitely be really helpful if you could do it at this time. We really appreciate you. If you could like and share and comment, thank you so much for all the comments tonight. We're about to get to those, but when you do that, it helps us to keep encouraged and to keep going. So
I actually took a note today on something I wanted to introduce to the podcast, and we didn't get to it, so I'm going to bring it back tomorrow.
okay, well, we did story time, we did health item, local news item. Oh yeah, some fucking idiot in Cape Coral
had
is
a
all
calcium
upset.
deficiency and
They had
it's
a
water in the
calcium
pool.
deficiency in their
Ah.
pool, and a bunch of other first world problems that I do not care about. International news item, I believe you covered that, because Bud Light is sold around the world, and Anheuser-Busch is no longer an American company.
Oh, and there's something on fire in I think it's Indiana that's just toxic, like just
fuck of life.
yeah, it's not good. It's
It's
not
time
good.
for us to burn it all down. Okay, song of the day.
Song of the day.
I have
oh
one.
my God, there's several.
I have one.
Go ahead, you can do it.
I have one. Jimmy Ray.
Oh, Jimmy Ray. Are you Fay Ray? Are you Johnny Ray?
It's by Jimmy Ray.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play.
And the song
a
is called
tiny bit.
"Are You Jimmy Ray?"
I don't know if I can even get away with playing
Who
this.
wants to know? Who wants to know? No, we don't. We're not sponsored by these people. Don't listen.
It goes, who wants to know? Who wants to know about me?
Yeah, it's Jimmy Ray singing a song about himself. I will not
But
sing a song
it's
about
so
myself.
bad. It's good.
Yeah, it is. No, it's catchy. It's catchy,
You
but
should sing it.
What do
It's
you
a good
think?
song.
That's like a early '90s.
Midnight. I want to say it was early 90s, because
Early
it was
90s
on
song.
when I was in high school and I loved it.
I remembered a song yesterday.
I think I was the only person.
Do you remember a group called Natural Selection? They did a
Vaguely,
song
I know
like
the
"Do
name.
Anything for Your Love," and they had
Say it.
"Do Anything for Your Loving, Baby." But there's one part in the song. There was a break, and he goes, "It's something about a natural selection." That's the only reason I remembered the band's name.
Oh, now we have to listen to that.
Yeah, so you would totally
Hang
know
on.
it. But anyway,
Who wants to know? Who wants to know? I don't know what happened to Jimmy Ray or how much money he made on that, but you
and there's
can-
an AMC Pacer in this video.
and there's some hot ass chicks dancing around. They have
Oh.
chaps on and football uniforms and
playing
Zulu
an
knots.
old ass Gibson with some P90s on there.
He's so skinny. I do not want to fuck a bag of bones, thank you.
Wow.
Well, do you want to fuck a bag of bones?
No,
Thank you.
I need something to grab.
I got a lot for you to grab. What's
You
your
know,
favorite thing to grab?
It doesn't matter.
I think
What
you
have
like to
got?
grab my hair.
Oh, hey now. Well, it's like a nautical rope. It's like, is what it
I use
is.
it to tie him up.
No, you don't.
No, that's true. I don't, but I could.
Well, I
Careful. Don't piss me
don't.
off.
What are you gonna tie me to your head?
I could.
I don't know how
suffocate
that's
your
gonna work.
testicles and cut off the
Suffocate?
circulation until you
like,
die.
Oh, like a pig castration.
That'd be an interesting
like the
way.
rubber band castration.
You guys see like a murder suicide in Cape Coral? It's because
No,
they took my
it's
dreadlock
not-
and put it
no.
around his testicles until he exploded.
Every time I see some heinous thing in
How many
Cape
times are you
Coral,
supposed to ejaculate a month?
I don't. Well, you're supposed 21 for optimum.
21. Optimum prostate hair. 21
health.
times.
Yeah, 21 times.
Save a life. If my
Save
grandmother
a
could
life.
put it on a calendar, you can do it too.
She only put it on once on the calendar.
Once a month, but she was like old and she'd had like 9 kinds of cancer. Seven kinds of cancer.
Okay. I forget which
So
one.
my
grandmother
point
that was.
is that,
Take
if
care
you're
of your
not
man
gonna
out
do it,
there.
buy him some lube.
If you got a man.
Or your lady.
I got a man, but
think
your man
everybody-
ain't me.
I think everybody needs to get laid. That's the problem. I think part of the reason why we haven't won the lottery is that God knows that when we do win the lottery, I'm going to start buying dildos and hand them out to people that need to get laid. And there's a lot of people out there that need to get laid, but one of them is not my friend Andrea. she's striking while the iron is hot, and I think that we should all live by that motion. Of course, be careful, protect yourself.
Yeah,
Do
don't
the
use a
safe-
hot iron.
do
Whatever
the,
you,
don't-
because a
do
hot
the-
iron would
do
not
the safe
be.
sex. Do the safe sex, even if you are in a same-sex couple, because risk of STDs, and they seem to be back on the rise unless you're monogamous and you've both been tested. The things that they're supposed to teach you, and you do whatever feels good to your body with a willing participant. We support you. Write in, tell us all about it. Perhaps send us a video. We would especially enjoy it if you were a small person, because I still haven't had time to look up midget or dwarf porn. I'm a little concerned that I'm going to Google it and get something that I do not want on my Google history.
Your Google history is already bad enough. You
I
don't
know,
have to
but
worry
like if
about it.
you ask to see a small penis, I tried to do this. One of my kids was playing show and tell the neighbor's kids, and I was like, "Oh, you want to see what it looks like?" She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "All right, let's
No,
find you one."
You can't.
And that was not a good
you
experience
can't
for
do
me.
that.
That was not a good experience.
There's certain
for me.
things you can't Google.
You can't find, but I was trying to
Yeah.
I could have gone to the store and bought a book, but I was like,
For
well,
instance-
I have a computer, I can get it for you right now.
For instance, if you're trying to get a picture of the actor Dick Van Dyke, you're probably not going to get a picture of the actor Dick Van Dyke.
That's true.
That's an old comedy bit.
Side note: the song "Jimmy Ray" was released in 1997 as the first single from his
late
self-titled
90s.
debut album. The song peaked at number 13 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and the U.K. single chart. You know what I'm thinking? Black Velvet, Alana Miles.
We're going to do a whole episode about Black Velvet. The song
Remind
Black
us,
Velvet
we'll do
by
Black
Alana
Velvet,
Miles.
but
we have
That'll be the song of the day. If you remind us, the song
It's
of the
going
day
to be
tomorrow will
it's
be
going to take a
Black
while
Velvet.
to,
It'll take a while to tell you the
to
story.
tell what we know about that fine
music video,
song.
music went heavy
Track
rotation,
listing.
music
Are You Jimmy Ray?
television. The video juxtaposed his rockabilly image with trailer park setting and women in sports jerseys and football shorts dancing behind him. It was circled by British director Von Arnold. The video was filmed in Los Angeles. Yeah, so it went to 84 in
2 in Canada. It was big in
Australia,
Canada.
number 2 in Canada. The Canadians, it's number 4 in Spain. And it was featured on an episode of the teen sitcom Clueless and on an episode of Daria.
And All My Children.
I want to know how much money he made.
More than I've made on any of my music. So there you go, Jimmy.
Career
Good
hit
for you.
Single in the U.S. 13. It sold 500,000 copies in the U.S. alone.
500,000 right there. 500,000 copies.
There's something out there making noise. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it sounds like a bird of some sort. It's a chirping sound.
He is worth. How much do you think Jimmy Ray's worth? Did you look?
No, I didn't look, but he's probably worth about $450,000.
$5 million. Get your ass in
'Cause
there.
of
And
Jimmy
finish that
Ray?
record. Get out
How
there.
is he worth $5 million?
It says.
What did he invest in Apple stock back,
Sorry, my eyes
back
are
in
tired.
97?
Quick facts. He was born October 3rd, 1970.
5 years younger than me.
Scorpio. No, not a Scorpio. He's the one before Scorpio. Jimmy Ray's
Non-Scorpio.
biography. Press Ray cited the influence of
Straight.
Elvis Presley and other rock and roll stars, Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran, Thomas Steele.
I don't think anybody ever put Buddy Holly and Elvis
his
in the
manager
same
also managed
breath
the
as Jimmy
Spice
Ray.
Girls and produced the hit show American Idol. Recording career. Oh, we need to find this guy. Let's look up Simon Fuller. He'll love you.
Simon Fuller is the producer of American Idol. I don't think his
duo
his
was
contact info is readily available.
I'll find it. The duo was founded in 1994 by Graham Drinham, whatever, who previously had a solo artist, Funkin' Fino, aka Sony, but no recordings. Many people want to know what his race or nationality and political affiliation.
Yeah, what kind of name is
His
Ray?
ethnicity isn't known. We will update his religion and political views in this article. Please check again in a few days. After splitting from Drinham in 96, he went on to score a hit single in the United Kingdom with Are You Jimmy Ray, Are You Jimmy Ray? And it's $5 million. His salary is under review. He went he did a song called Going to Vegas. I Got Rolled, was given minimal airplay. He introduced his self-titled item in the U.S. He has a girlfriend. He's not dating anyone. So, ladies, Jimmy Ray is worth $5 million and he's single. Gentlemen, you too. Put it out there. Apparently a one-hit wonder can do you wonders. I'm hoping Perfectville is going to keep us sitting pretty.
Just needs to be.
I don't know how much
just
we
be
can
one
do
of these
for the-
songs. It could be any one of these
How much
songs.
can we do for the
Right?
world for $5 million? We could just spend
$5
every day
million?
doing things for people.
Well, you get healthy, and then you can. That's just going to make.
And then I start a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's just going to. Yeah, because then you can.
And you make music.
Can run.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
Well,
so,
wait.
What?
If I get a song that makes me $5 million, right?
Yeah.
I'm good. How many more years am I gonna live? Really, I can.
Oh, dude,
I'm never gonna spend $5 million. I'm never gonna spend $5 million.
It's no reflection on the company.
I can buy each of my kids a
At
house
least not you guys. I think condos is the way to go.
or a condo, whatever. They don't want to be mowing lawns and
Well,
stuff.
it's good for Wes to have company and have somebody maintain the building. And Wes
Gonna
would-
get
and
Wes a
Nolan would
beach
wanna
house.
Nolan would want to be in we get Wes a beachfront condo, but Nolan would want to be, and he work at the grocery store, and Nolan would want to be in a hip place with a scene like Tampa.
I actually watched a video today
Oh, put 'em
about
both
the
in Tampa.
villages.
Then they're close enough that we can see them, but not like so close that we're up in their shit.
I don't want to be up in anybody's shit, and I don't want, but I do want to be closer to the boys in some way, shape,
It would
or
be
form.
nice to be, but
you
we're
know?
really close to them, and we talk to them all the time.
Well,
We
they
text
come
them
down
all
a
the
lot,
time. I
you
didn't
know.
get to talk to Nolan today. Wes doesn't text me, and I'm starting to think he hates me, but Nolan texts me
No,
all
I
the time.
don't think he hates anybody.
No,
He
it's
doesn't.
like-
He has love in his heart.
I was actually telling Zach today that Nolan is him 5 years ago. He's my little friend.
5 years ago.
He's my little friend.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I've known
Which
Zach
is
for
good.
almost 5 years. All right, so we did our song of the day. Alley fact of the day. You have some sort of animal fact?
I did have an animal fact today.
Oh, I
can't
have an
remember
animal
what it was.
fact.
Go ahead.
It's not cool to have a fuckload of tigers and treat them like shit. That's my animal fact of the day. That's not cool.
Interesting.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't think a murder charge should have been lumped with his animal cruelty charges. I believe they should have been heard separately.
Yeah.
And I think it set him up in a good position for an appeal because of that. And there's nothing I hate.
He's running
other
for
thing-
president, by the way.
Well, he had ran for president and Oklahoma governor.
No, he was running for something, but now he's running for president.
Again?
He is,
He
and,
had-
and
he had
legally
run
he can run for president. He can't vote apparently because he's in jail, but he can run for president.
Interesting.
So apparently he's got a.
So I didn't know that some states let felons vote. I didn't know that you could do that. I don't think he's like, if once you've paid your debt, you've paid your fucking debt.
suppose, yeah.
But my problem is like there's definitely flaws in the legal system, and one of the flaws being that if you're rich, you can get off. And then of course, the prosecutors with, desire to put a crime to bed, and we've had we've had cases where people have DNA has proven people to be innocent. So I think it's a flawed system. I wish everybody would just be fucking nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is it so hard, people?
do you have any other animal facts?
Animal
Or
facts.
should we
I
just go
always
with
have
mine?
animal
Be
facts.
nice. Well, you got to either spit it out or we're going. with
Red and yellow kill a fellow. If you-
Don't trust a rhyme. Run one more time.
Hmm.
Because if you fuck it up, you're dead. There's like 5 of them. Rello touches black, and friend of Jack.
Friend of Jack,
Okay,
yeah.
but you can fuck it up.
No.
Do not trust a rhyme. If it's a snake, you run away.
But here's the thing: if it's a coral snake or a king snake, whatever, they look almost identical except for
That's
the order
why.
of the thing.
Do not trust a rhyme.
Coral snake's not really. It's not like a rattlesnake. It's not going to like bite you with its giant fangs. It's got to like kind of gnaw on you and get the venom in there. And it's like if you get bit and gnawed on, you deserve to have whatever discomfort that
No.
venom will get you.
You see a snake, you run the other way.
Be
And
nice to snakes.
If you want to be
and
nice to a
legless lizards.
snake and use something to scoop it out, that's fine. But you need to have like a long, like a pool net or like a rake or something. My friend Christina did it once with 2 black razors.
I will tell
was
you.
scary.
I will tell you this.
They didn't
I've
wanna
been in
leave
the
them.
woods and been able to pick up snakes.
Now I
and,
think there's snakes
and
on the
handle
ground.
them. I couldn't pick up a squirrel. You know what a squirrel do if I pick it up? Or
Bite you?
chipmunk? They bite the crap
Well,
out of
we
me.
could
So
go down to the Everglades on Sunday and you could pick up as many snakes as you want
I would.
and identify them.
Oh, I would have to identify it before picking it up. That's my fact of the
And
day.
you would get the fucking rhyme wrong and die. And
no,
I'd be
I'm
like,
not gonna. How do you get the rhyme wrong?
the marital hate with Stacy in Doug's ashes. What am I putting them in?
I was hoping to get frozen, kind of like Walt Disney, but whatever.
Well, I sent you back to Massachusetts. The kids can say goodbye that way. Ship you up there. Hey guys, put you here.
It was like 70, 80
Here's
degrees
what I'll
there
do.
today, so it wasn't.
Here is what I will do. I will go on Amazon. I will order a chest freezer. I don't know if I should mail it.
Oh, you
to
can
Wes
ball
or
me up
Nolan.
and freeze me. I don't care if I'm like laying out. I don't need to lay out. That's
What if we put you
ridiculous.
through like a meat grinder and freeze you?
That sounds so awful.
We might get done. Food is so expensive. We might have to eat you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a craft? We want to do the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, like all the badges and shit. So if anybody has those, or knows somebody that might have them, we would really like to do this. But right now we're broke, so if you have them, we can start doing them, and we'll do them with you, and we can all get little badges. Doug can design us little patches and email it to you if you earned it. Let's see, or we post on the website. We put a picture of the graphic. Okay, cooking. You made
Cooking-
steak tonight. Tell
well-
them how you made dinner. It was good.
You have, all right, so here's the key to the steak. You get a little steak, depending on the thickness, right? You want to, and
Bring it to room temperature.
yeah, because I don't have a grill here, because, yeah, whatever.
We didn't bring it.
So cook it on the cast
Brand new
iron.
grill.
Cast iron, right? So throw a little butter in the pan. Take the steak out. Let it rest on your cutting board. Salt, pepper. You can throw garlic on there, whatever. A little onion salt, maybe, whatever. But get it good on both sides. Let it sit there for 5 minutes. Get it in the night, or even a little longer. Get it room temperature. Then when you throw it on, 5 minutes aside if it's thick, less minutes aside if it's not thick. Boom, boom. You let it rest for 5 minutes. Serve. Enjoy. That's all it takes, people. But use a timer. Time for timer. Don't, and if it's a thick steak, if it's a thicker steak, you have to increase the time.
And if you want a really good steak, sometime
Go to a
between
restaurant.
now and the end of June, go to Bridgeton, Maine, the farmer's market on Saturdays.
Highland
Get
cattle.
yourself the fucking T-bone from the Highland cattle and get the fucking butter from the other cattle. I don't even know
Yeah.
what it was. You want to fucking smear that butter all over that fucking steak. Then you're going to want to take that butter and rub it all over your titties, and you're going to want to let anybody lick it off, or
Anyone.
lick it off yourself. You
Like
want to
a
be really
camel
flexible
could
so you
lick
can
it
lick it
off.
off because it tastes so good. We ate, 3 of us, ate a T-bone steak. I can't even...
It was large.
like this
it was like
big and
yeah.
like this thick, and a chunk of butter. 3 of us,
And apparently
in a
there's
single
some
meal.
flour that grows in the field where these cows graze,
and it affects the butter.
and it's only around for like a week, and somehow we lucked into it. So if you want to, it's worth the drive up to Maine in early June. We
So
were
there's
up
our
there
cooking.
early June.
So we do our gratitude, and then we're gonna loop back with everybody.
Okay. Gratitude.
Yeah.
I was grateful that we had food to eat today.
Oh yeah, I mean it's always good to have food to eat.
I always go for the basics.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. I am definitely grateful for the food we had to eat, and I'm grateful for. I think we should repeat the ones before the one that we have, like when you do the picnic game. Like I'm grateful for that and that,
okay, right.
because then it's like brings the vibe up of the gratitude. So
Okay.
I'm grateful for that we had food to eat, and I'm grateful that we had rain because we really needed it. I hate to be the person to say that, and also I didn't have to put water in the pool because of it.
I'm grateful for food
So
to
you're eating
eat.
the first two.
I've only done one.
Food
To eat and a
and the
a
pool,
night.
and the rain and what?
Oh, I was just gonna repeat mine. I don't need
You
to
have to
repeat.
repeat all of them, so we remember all.
I repeat. Okay, so food to eat, rain from the sky, and I had a great call with April, my little job coach. So that was encouraging.
So April the job coach, April the job coach, rain, and food, and I'm so glad that my friend Darcy is okay after her surgery. I'm so grateful, and I know that she's going to be doing absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of her, and I'm so glad her family's there to take care of her. Go ahead.
I am grateful for food.
Food. We are grateful for food.
Rain.
April.
Get it? April showers.
Yep.
Get it? And I was grateful. I heard from my son. He went on a little excursion today to the beach in Hingham.
I am grateful that Wes went on an adventure in Hingham. I'm grateful for April. I'm grateful for rain. I'm grateful for food, and I'm grateful for that Darcy's okay. And I'm grateful for all the people I got to chat with today. All of my friends that are here tonight, and oh gosh, a bunch texted me today, and I just love you guys so much, and you all make me laugh, and you inspire me, and you make me want to keep going. Go ahead. The friends that are there for me,
I am grateful for.
and that I can be there for, because that makes me feel useful.
Trying to think what I'm
I
grateful
think this is
for.
your last one.
Yeah, probably. Again, I'm grateful for hot water. Hot water is a good. It's just I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful for Doug, and I'm thankful for everybody who's supporting the podcast. It really gives us something to do. We're hoping to turn it into something that we could, maybe make it bigger, and maybe make some money with it. But, it's just nice to connect with you guys, and, people keep sending us messages telling us we're inspiring them and stuff. So it makes us feel really, really good. And, we talk about all kinds of different stuff. If there's any specific topic you want us to cover, great. If you love what we're doing, share it, comment, get your friends watching. That helps us. And if you hate it, send it to people you don't like.
Yeah.
Curse them with listening to my awful voice for several hours.
Talk about Stacy's gynecology visit for.
Good times. We could talk about your gynecology visit too.
I would love to go.
Let's check out our friends and what they have to say tonight. Let's see what we got.
We heard about Jimmy Ray.
Yeah, I can't. It's weird. You can see it on yours, but I can't see it on mine. So we're gonna start at the top. Is it a portable table? It is not. It is a very heavy glass portable table with wrought iron. Tits are usually
for dinner.
Doug likes them as like a midnight snack. I don't know what she wants me to do, but sure.
Oh, I was the Dr. Riley impression, which I
Oh
did.
my god, it's so good. But you didn't really do it because usually you go into a launch about how I have Lucky Charms in my vagina and whatnot.
I would never say that.
That's exactly what you say. And you say, oh, it's the Skittles too. You can taste the rainbow up here.
I don't think I ever said anything about.
You did.
No, didn't.
When I was like trying to figure out why I kept peeing myself, he put his face down there and told me to cough. Apparently I peed.
You mean the doctor, not me?
Doug does that for fun on Thursdays. Is today Thursday?
It's Wednesday.
That's to put on the calendar like Grandma did. PCOS does suck, and I think we get a great consortium of women agreeing on this. What is going on with my hair?
What is PCOS?
Polycystic ovary syndrome.
Oh, Jesus.
You get all these cysts all over your ovaries and they hurt like a motherfucker.
See, she said.
Oh my
slow and
God!
steady.
A little person delivered her, my friend Tracy, and he had to stand on a stool.
If that's
I don't know
if
what-
an actual little person delivered you, that might be the greatest thing
Stand on
ever.
a step stool.
That
It
might
is
be just as
amazing.
good as Dr. Rappist.
It's pretty good. Jen said slow and steady, and I don't know what she's
No, she was talking about
this.
the fist and the hiney.
Ooh, I
that's
like
what she
it.
was talking- I don't think any speed would be good for that. I don't know.
It's not a problem if you win. I think if I'm putting my fist up Doug's asshole, I have officially won, but I think you mean the lottery. Tracy is part of the FBI. She's a federal boobie inspector. I know you have a lovely wife and you're very happy together, but you're welcome to inspect my boobies anytime.
One of the members of
You don't want to, they're gross.
One of the members of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch was Hector, the booty inspector. So maybe you guys could team up, and you got a lot of bases covered.
We actually met a guy named Hector the booty inspector, when we were in New York doing karaoke, and I wanted to die. I felt like shit that night. And Keith was like, are you not having fun? And I'm like, no, I have a terrible disease and I want to die. Please kill me. Okay, she has a 10s unit. It's good. Yeah, that's why I got mine. Mine has like 80 settings too. It's crazy. They don't celebrate the Jehovah's Witnesses. Prince was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yes, he was.
And I didn't like the way he treated my friend Kevin Smith, but
He's not your Kevin Smith is not your friend. You know why?
Why?
You don't agree with his politics.
I can be friends with someone whose politics I don't agree with. I suck your dick. I don't agree
Wow.
with your politics. I do. We're married. I do it.
Wow.
It's the thing. It's what the teeth are. Keith makes me mad. I don't know. It was hilarious, but and I'm hoping Macy's coming to my cult because everything else we've talked about tonight is very inappropriate. And then you have a Ring doorbell where every neighbor thinks gunshots are going off on the 4th of July.
all kinds of
Something you do not know about Southwest Florida unless you live here is that people light up fireworks for everything. New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, birthday.
You should be used to it now, people. It's not all gunfire.
It's not gunfire. And gunfire sounds more like pops and like just like pop.
Well, I don't know. I never lived in that bad of a neighborhood.
You're from Worcester. That is a crazy show. I think this is a crazy show, but I don't know what show she was saying crazy, but I agree with you probably. We love you. Yeah, I would love to know what's going on. I'm always here. Fort Myers Airport is the closest. We do have a guest room. I don't know where there's any
$3.99 a night.
hotels in the area. Jen could maybe tell you. I don't know. But Fort Myers is right across the river. But we don't know if we're going to be like homeless. So, you know, we may be eating ramen noodles and being homeless by then. So we would love to see you anyway. I don't know. Yvette Thomas says that you're a garter snake hunter. You're
we used to go in the woods and get
do
garter
we have
snakes.
those in Florida? Or is
Yeah,
there...
oh yeah.
But we have like pythons and rattlesnakes. You're never more than 50 feet from a rattlesnake in Florida. That's what they say.
Although, yeah, our viewer last night, Jeff, said that they're all up in Northwest. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's the more rural part of Cape Coral, closer to Punta Gorda. Plastic recycling plant is on fire. At least they think it is. Wait, we lost it. They didn't keep the facilities too clean. I would rather go with the government want to poison all of us. It's just my opinion. I don't disagree with you. Is it bigger or normal for small people? That's the question we've been asking forever. You got your weather in, wait for it, lunch. I don't know what he's talking about. But whatever you're saying, I'm sure I think it's hilarious because I think you're hilarious and you're an amazing person. Guys, we love you. I'm so fucking tired and I'm sure you are too.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
I can't believe we had 4 loyal viewers all the way through tonight. We had 7 at one point, and thank you for making us feel seen. Thank you for making us feel like what we're doing is valuable. We truly appreciate you, and we'll be here again, same time, same bat channel tomorrow. And I promise to do the stuff that we need to do to make it better. Eventually, we're just, between me being sick and Doug job searching and trying to finish up the
I'm working on my album. Okay.
Once the album's done, I'm going to crack the whip and he's going to do more stuff. Love you. Night.
Happy Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?